recording. Hello everyone and welcome to the recording. I just cut it for a second so that I could have a small discussion, but now we're back and ready to start the scenario. Alright, so we're doing scenario 40. Do you know which scenario you'll be doing today, Fred Frost? Oh, this one, huh? I'd forgotten which scenario this was. 3 players. How does this work? Ugh. Guess maybe it's fine. Oops, I just spilled a bit of coffee. 1 second. So this is something I've talked a little bit about before, about the split up scenarios in Gloomhaven. I guess anyone who's here has probably heard me talk about it, but I'm generally not a huge fan of them outside of, I think they're not very well I mean, they're really cool design, and I think I really like the idea of them, but the implementation of them, or the practice of actually playing them outside of a group of 4, I find to generally not be very fun. There are no enemies which carry over. Okay. We're starting 72. We kind of let down the town. Oh, 72, huh? Are you familiar with that? I mean, have you read or heard anything about that scenario in advance, by the way? Do you know anything about it? Have you done it before? Well, no, I guess if you said you let him down for a while, you haven't. Yeah. All right. No, only titles on BGG. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I hope you don't consider this to be a spoiler. It shouldn't really change too much knowing this, but I think it's generally considered to be the most difficult. Fair enough. I think it's the most generally considered to be the most difficult scenario in the game. Obviously, party composition changes some things, but yeah. It's more than that. I don't want to. I don't want to say too much because I'll let you experience it firsthand. But yeah, I would say. I mean, I feel like that scenario is very difficult, not just because of luck, basically. I think it's just a really hard scenario. Yeah, I'll be interested to hear how it goes. All right. Oops, I need to actually find the part, list the map tiles that we need. All right. M1A, K2B, C1A. Unfortunately, the last time I did that scenario in my previous campaign, I did it with the Spellweaver, which, yeah, well, it's kind of a special exception to that. Oh yeah, I've actually forgot to look in the town records in this campaign as well. I'm also letting down the town records. Huh, I'll have to do that at some point. How are you enjoying this party compared to Spellweaver, Cragheart, Brute? For what it's worth, we play Circles, Mindthief, Brute, and Lightning Bolts. Yeah, your party's fine. To be honest, that is one of Circle's best scenarios in the game. So the Circles player will have a good time. I think it's you, the Circles player, right? So you'll have a good time. I played that one multiple times in Circles as well. I enjoyed it. The rest of I was for once, in my party because I actually played that one the first time when we beat it. It took us 3 tries, I think. We beat it on the third in a 3-player party, and I was like, playing Circles. I kind of typically felt like the weakest link in the group, but on that scenario, I was able to at least tease the rest of my party, being like, "Why aren't you all doing anything? Jeez, you're just useless," which was pretty fun for me. All right, Rez. So to answer your question, I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that this party isn't as strong as the previous party. I still enjoy it though. I really enjoy playing. I mean, so I guess there's 2 things which are really fun and different though about this. I mean, because even though the last party was stronger, I'm not sure if I necessarily enjoyed it more. Probably because I like the Cragheart and Spellweaver both quite a bit, but I'm not actually sure. So the biggest thing is that the Spellweaver over a while, I mean, as we saw in the previous party, becomes very samey in the way that you play it every scenario. Just relying on spamming cold fire as much as possible with some living torches thrown in. So for that reason, it's a little bit less fun, I guess. And this party is more puzzly, one could almost say. Trying to use, I mean, all right, the most powerful action we have access to right now, well, it's probably honestly Perverse Edge, but other than Perverse Edge is Visage of the Inevitable. And so it's kind of a puzzle every turn, or every time we have Visage, of trying to figure out how we can execute something, right? And that's quite fun. I do really enjoy that puzzle aspect of this party. So I definitely think the previous party was stronger, but I'm not sure. Wait, there a... Wait, what the heck? Oh no, it says I remembered. I was just getting confused. I'm not sure if I actually like this party less, even though it's weaker. I guess is the best way I can put it. I'm still having a fair amount of fun. Plus, I really enjoy playing the Mindthief. The worst part about playing the Mindthief is having difficult choices every time you go to a scenario, having too many cards you want to bring, but it's a really fun class. Like I said, it may actually be my favorite class to play of the starting classes. So, yeah, there's something like that. I have not rezzed, but um, I think I think almost certainly the next party will be 2 characters. I will go back to playing 3 characters at some point, and so next what we'll have up available will be, let's see, we have triangles and then music note. So our available classes will be Sun, 3 Spears, Angry Face, Triangles or Triforce, and Music Note. So I think I'll give people. I mean, I'm gonna leave it up to chat as usual, which classes we play next time, in our next party. And depending on the first 2 they pick, I might exercise my option to add a 3rd character. But depending on the first 2 they pick, I might not. I'd prefer to get to play a little bit two-handed. I feel like, I mean, obviously I have some amount of pride in my abilities to play Gloomhaven, and I definitely feel like I don't play to the best of my ability when I play three-handed for sure. So I'd be happy to have the opportunity to kind of show that I'm not terrible again, which is why I'd be happy to play two-handed. But yeah, it's just going to depend. I will certainly play some three-handed parties in the future at some point. I'm just not sure if I'll do it immediately or not. It's really just going to depend on what people choose. You say that, but in actually, I think, correct me if I'm, maybe Isio would know, but in our last campaign, I'm not sure if we actually got to play. I mean, I know we never played 3 Spirits. I don't remember if we played Angry Face or not. I think maybe we did. In our last campaign, we never played Triangles. We never played 3 Spears. I'm not sure if we played Angry Face. You weren't there. I don't. Yeah, I didn't remember if you'd been back that far or not. I know you've been around for a while now, but I guess it was just for this campaign. My bad. Sorry. I guess we would need Quarlord here. So anyway, I'm not sure which will actually win the vote. I saw you playing Sun and Music Note. Okay, that was the first time. All right, so we've got all those down. It'll still be a little while until we. Well, let's see. I mean, theoretically, we're not too far from retirement. I think all right. I'm kind of, I would say, pot committed right now to finishing this voice quest line. So I'd like to get that done. I suppose after I finish this quest line, though, I might look into at least doing a bit of setting up a bit the Mindthief. So the Mindthief needs to kill 7 living things using the axe. Accordingly, I wouldn't mind maybe, after finishing this quest line, going and at least doing 1 so that I'm ready to retire the Mindthief. Because obviously, like, the Scoundrel will retire when they both retire, so I want to try to get their retirements together, which is interesting. I actually know which scenario I could do. So what I actually want to do is to go kill a Sun Demon next, so then I can kill a Night Demon alongside, because Night Demons are in some of the same scenarios as living things are. That way I could get both of them to retire at the same time, and then the Scoundrel as well. But anyway, I think we'll be, certainly, it probably won't even be retiring next week. So we've got a bit of time before we have to consider what our next party will be. All right, 4 nests. I'm so bad at alphabetical order. It's humorous. I'd like to think that I'm good at Gloomhaven, but I will not claim being good at alphabetical order. Okay. 4 poison traps. 6 spiky traps. It's a large scenario. 2 pressure plates. Jeez. I think those will probably go on the map right away, so I'll set those aside. And 1 treasure chest. I think the treasure chest is actually a real treasure chest this time, right? Yes, it is not the goal. All right, so we do need to set the pressure plates. I'm not going to put the letters on them because they're the only pressure plates here. So normally you could put the A letter things on them, but it's just not necessary here because there are no other pressure plates, so we don't need to distinguish them. So the goal of this scenario is to occupy both pressure plates simultaneously. So do we have any special rules? Oops, what did I just do? Because I was trying to go to the next page, so I pressed 45 like an idiot. All right. So we need to go to 5. There are special rules, but fortunately these are ones we ignore. Right? I believe we did get it on all 3 characters by now. Ignore negative, ignore negative, ignore negative. Yes, we ignore negative scenario effects on all our characters. That's perfect. So we managed to finally get it before we got one of these scenarios. That's great. All right. So which enemies do we need? A lot of annoying stuff. Stone golems are in my top 6 or 7. Flame demons and forest imps are in my top 5. Yeah. All right. It's going to be a spicy one. So, flame demons. So what is the ordering they're supposed to go in? Living corpses, escape bears, flame demons. I guess we'll say living corpses. I think I put them in the wrong order, but whatever. And then forest imps. My personally most hated enemies. Are they still in here? They are. That makes me happy. Oh, it's true. There are actually corpses for the Mindthief. Yeah, good catch, Shisio. I hadn't actually thought about that. That's good. All right. So I think we will certainly still be sticking at just +2 difficulty for now. Again, so I would have really 3 points for this. Point 1 is with how lucky we were yesterday. Again, gambler's fallacy and all, I'm sure that it's going to be the opposite today. Second of all, I would say this is another quite difficult scenario. It's also a very long scenario. And similarly, it's just not a scenario that I like very much. Because as I said, I enjoy the split up scenarios when playing in a 4-player party. I think it creates it's a really cool dynamic where you have this sort of camaraderie where you split off into 2s. I think that's quite fun. But doing them in 3 players, I don't find interesting at all, to be perfectly honest. So I prefer to not have to repeat this scenario. And I think +2, given the inherent difficulty of a scenario like this in 3 players, I'm not opposed to simply accepting that we're going to do it on what is hopefully a challenging difficulty, but not a difficulty that we're likely to have to repeat. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corpses in the first room. All right. Where's the earring when we need it for the Mindthief, huh? So unfortunately, that means we're most likely only going to get 1 corpse in the first room unless we can find a way to long rest in the middle of combat, which is a bit rough. We're also going to be really happy that we have the enhanced empathetic assault when we make an attack 9, or sorry, an attack 11 on one of these enemies. All right, so what are these traps in this room? They are poison and stun traps. All right, that's interesting. Ooh, hook shot could actually be decent here. All right, let me just finish my coffee. Okay, and we're good to go. Maybe I should blow my nose as well, but just give me a second. So we can start in the center there. We need to do our, excuse me, our city and road events real quick. We want to do this. Yes. Is that actually what I wanted to do? Sometimes I just remember what I want to do by habit, but I actually forget which is the correct, which I really want to do. Yeah, so we gain 1 prosperity from the city event, because I remember that city event very, very well. Alright, I guess we'll do this. Alright. I thought it was something else that we got from the other one, but I knew we wanted this one. Alright. So here we go. So each took 3 damage, and we gain 1 prosperity. All these shuffle back up. We don't have any extra things. No. All right. A sip of water and get started. Battle goals. Oh, that water is tart. Okay. Gain 7 or fewer experience, or never allow your hit point value to drop below half. I mean, who do they think they're talking to here? Tinker is the specialist of not gaining 7 or more experience. Or not gaining 8 or more experience. Reveal a room tile by opening a door, or take only long rests. Well, we'd like to take a bunch of long rests because of killing these corpses, but revealing a room should be super easy to do here. Kill 3 or fewer monsters, take only short rests. Woof. Both these are pretty unlikely. Because of Visage, we end up killing a lot of monsters, and taking only short rests, not very likely either, since it's a large movement scenario. We'll probably have to use our boots a fair amount. But I guess we'll try to take only short rests. Neither of these is probably going to be completed. Alright, so let's set up our deck. Mindthief is second. Probably have to make some slight changes, maybe. Do you intend to split immediately? Oh, not necessarily. I'll probably end up going down to the one room below, yeah, and doing that as 3, and then after that, send the one person up. I've learned that this room is just too difficult to split into. So my plan is usually to fight in this room, go down here, fight in this room, and then have one person go up, and then the rest of the party go this way. Although this was based, I think, off of 2 characters, not 3 characters. So we'll see how that strategy works in 3-player. I'm not sure if I have done this one on 3-player. Maybe I have. Alright. So we really need a lot of movement for this scenario. Where do we start? So if we, let's check the stats on these corpses. So it's 2 movement, right? 1, 2. Fortunately, they can hit us if we stay down there. Give me a second, I should blow my nose. Alright, I'm back. Generally speaking, it would be good to try to kill the oozes. Kill the corpses at the top of the room first. How much health do they have? 14. So the Mindthief can do an attack 10. Doesn't really kill. So the thing is, alright, if we start, we have to start somewhere in this grouping of 7 in the center. If we start up here, we can't, oh no, actually we can. We can pull him like this and execute him. That works then. So we can both start up there. That seems reasonable. And then the Tinker has to move, because whoever's down here, we need to move 1. If the corpses end up getting +1 movement, it's going to be unfortunate for us, but I think it's fine. Alright, so that means we definitely want to keep that combo. Is there anything else? Well, Duelist Advance is really nice for scenarios where we need to move a lot. Self-healing is going to be very valuable as we split off. To be honest, as much as it pains me, it's possible that we're supposed to cut Swiftbow, but at the same time, I don't think that can be right. There are so many enemies in this scenario, but I do just want to beat the scenario. But money is nice, and range attacks are also nice. Doesn't do very much damage to most enemies. Ugh. It's probably correct to bring Duelist Advance, but bringing Duelist Advance and cutting a range attack also makes Duelist Advance worse in terms of actual combat. I guess most likely it's going to be the Mindthief who splits off to the top, so I suppose the Scoundrel doesn't need that much movement, so the Scoundrel's deck is probably fine. So that means the Mindthief, however, does need some more movement, which means we need to either bring Scurry or Gnawing Horde for another move 4. But we can't cut any of these cards, as we kind of established last time. I guess we have, well, we just have a, well, I've got 2 move 4s and a move 5. 2 move 4s being jumps. Yeah, it's probably fine. All right, let's just leave that as is as well then. Tinker, on the other hand, has 1, 2, 3 move 4s now, but really 2 because we're not using the bottom of stun shot ever. So we should probably bring back one of our move 4s now. Where are you? There's proximity mine, but there's the, well, technically better one. The higher level one, right? Gun's also tempting in this room. Yeah, dangerous contraption. There you are. So what should we cut? Maybe Enhancement Field? It's been pretty underwhelming in this party, unfortunately. We're losing another non-lost top action, but we're getting another move 4. Is Reviving Shock going to be that good here? It's bad against 3 of the enemy types. Yeah, I guess that's a good argument for cutting Reviving Shock, to be honest. All right, Reviving Shock, you're back out. Then move 4, you're back in. What about Hookshot? Hookshot is decent here because of these traps. So they do stun, which makes, yeah, Hookshot is quite good, actually. Because we can, for example, like pull this elite corpse into one of the traps. So I think we actually do want that because of how good it is in this room. So what is another card we can cut? I guess if we have to move a lot, bottom heals are a little bit less impressive. We've already got a bottom heal and another bottom action, Volatile Concoction. So sure, let's cut Harmless Contraption and bring back Hookity Gun. All right. So this looks good. So what's interesting is we'd really like, I mean, so the Tinker can first turn pull this corpse into this trap, which is quite valuable, obviously, because the trap both stuns and poisons, which makes it essentially an attack 2 stun poison. The thing is, normally though, assuming we move away, this corpse shouldn't actually get to us the first turn, because it shouldn't have enough movement. So it'd be better to be able to use the stun for the following turn. What if we just immobilize it with the Mindthief then, so it's down here, but then this one still hits us, so that's still a problem. Because otherwise we have to go before the corpses. If we go after the corpses, we get hit. So I guess it's maybe just not possible. We just have to pull it into a trap before we go. Unless we put the Mindthief here, then the Mindthief moves. There's also the problem that the corpses get +1 movement, which is certainly a possibility. So let's just try to take the safe play then. So we'll just go with the pull into the trap. And we need to go a bit earlier. Toxic Bolt is a pretty reasonable attack to have against them. I think Toxic Bolt and Stun Shot will probably be my next 2 top actions. So, but I need something else with good initiative. Should I bring another card just for initiative here? Ooh, Net Shooter could actually be decent on this scenario, right? Could bring that for initiative, but then what else would we cut? I guess we can cut Enhancement Field. Yeah, that's maybe fine. In that case, we could just also bring a Reviving Shock, which is a better top action at this point. Net Shooter is really, I mean, it's going to be good against Cave Bears and Living Corpses. We're not sure how much of those we're going to face. No, it's probably okay to bring this, I guess. We'll cut this. Give us a better initiative, and theoretically the bottom action could also be okay. Let's try like that then. And this gives us the good initiative we want for this turn as well. All right. So that works. Oops, we need to refresh this. So then the Mindthief doesn't need to immobilize this turn. But stunning is still good. We can stun the one up here that doesn't get executed by the Tinker, and stunning creates ice, so then by the Scoundrel, so then the Tinker can theoretically give back Visage the following turn, and we can Visage afterwards. Service. Hello, Ephemeris. I don't know what service means, however. I don't know the significance of saying service. Ah, Bavarian word for low. Ah, okay. That's a very serious hello word, I would say. It sounded Latin to me. That's why I was surprised. I was wondering if it could be German, but I was thinking, no. This sort of an ending to a word just seems so Latin to me. But fair enough. Oh yeah, so we know exactly what we're doing. We're pulling and executing. Pull to there, execute, yes. So the Mindthief, we want to stun one of the two top ones with Perverse Edge, and then we might as well just set up the Mind's Weakness now. We could use the Immobilize, but it doesn't really do anything. Unless they get +1 move, then obviously we'll regret not having used the Immobilize, but we shouldn't count on their +1 move. It's much less likely that they get +1 move than they get it. And actually, even one of their 2+1 moves isn't that threatening because it just ends up with them, muddling and immobilizing. And then we can stun them the following turn. There's only one where they actually attack. Yeah, I kind of dicked you on that one, huh? You could also just do it. I mean, you could just, yeah, move the number 2 up. I'm sorry about that. I actually hadn't even thought about it. I just done that for a while. Just do like the second one. Yeah, sorry. And tomorrow, and then just shift, yeah, the order and put the brute at 6, All right. So yeah, since there shouldn't normally be a reason to immobilize. It's better to save the immobilize, which is always going to be valuable against the corpses, and just use this opportunity to get up the mind's weakness. Getting up the mind's weakness while creating ice also gives us the flexibility of potentially using frigid apparition next turn as well, which is nice rather than having to use an unpowered frigid apparition without having mind's weakness up. Obviously, any top action we can do, and especially in a room like this, is significantly better than simply doing a top attack 3. So using a turn where we don't move to just set up the mind's weakness is perfectly fine. We're not really missing out on much. All right, let's go. Yep, 66. No +1 moves. That's great. All right. So the Mindthief goes first. We're going to gain 2 experience. It's like the first turn for the Mindthief every single scenario, right? Do you ever not gain 2 experience in the first turn for the Mindthief? I guess, theoretically, if you really need to push, maybe do like a move with Empathetic Assault and a push, or like a move with like Cranium Overload and a push. But almost every single time, right? Even with Dark Frenzy. Yeah, it's always like Mindthief goes 2 experience. Create ice. It's pretty much every single time. I mean, obviously the +1 range and Perverse Edge has a big impact on that. Anyway, so we set up the Mind's Weakness, and then we use Perverse Edge to make an attack on Living Corpse number 2. Okay. So did we set their healths? I don't believe we did. Maybe we did. Did we do to all of them? No, we just did one. Nope, just did the top ones. Mm-hmm, 21. By the way, Themris, did you get a chance to look at the Chronomancer cards? I assume probably not, but just asking. Asking for a friend. All right. Then next step, we're going to use the bottom of Smoke Bomb and the top of Visage, so we gain 1 experience. Pulling to here and executing. Yeah, no problem. It's not in a hurry, like I said. But what would be better is could you figure out, is it possible for you to figure out before the end of the stream today and let me know whether you'd prefer to do Saturday or Thursday? Or if either of them work for you? Because then obviously I can let people. Oh, you're right. I need to summon. Yeah, I forgot about this. Well, I guess I'll summon. Yeah. Let's do it Saturday. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I have to summon. To be honest, I knew that I wouldn't have been able to execute here. I was thinking of this sillily. I don't know why I thought I could pull it to here. Yeah, good call, Alicio. Because I knew I was isolating it, but I forgot I don't have an ally adjacent. I needed someone to go here. Whatever. All right, let's just bring this out, I guess. Yeah, the hammer is not going to be any better here. Better to... Ooh, the falcon can fly. No, let's bring out the falcon. Are we doing level 9? And can we throw in Cthulhu? Yes, we can do level 9. And we can certainly throw in Cthulhu. Not a problem. All right, so let's bring out our falcon so we can get this execute, since we've not been paying enough attention. So putting the falcon, I guess here is fine. This one's stunned anyway, oops, which I forgot to place. Maybe the hammer would be better for that reason. It's already going to be adjacent, so it doesn't need to move. Hello, prototype. Again, neither one is going to survive an attack, but the hammer does hit harder, and maybe the falcon is more valuable later on. It's an interesting question. So the problem with the falcon is it's not gonna. I mean, the hammer is not gonna make it down here, but these are gonna run up anyway. Yeah, all right. Let's actually bring out the. But the hammer can actually absorb 2 hits from the imps, whereas the falcon can only absorb 1. Yeah, but the hammer hits harder. Yeah, no, it's actually probably better to get the hammer. The falcon is also just easier to use later in the scenario when you see the number of traps and hazardous terrain. All right, bring out the hammer then. Grid sticky. All right, so this allows us to execute by putting the summon there. Then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So the Tinkerer's going to use the bottom net shooter as a move. Actually, I guess we can use hook gun first. So we're going to do an attack 2, range 3, pull 2. Yes, a hammer that summons. The Mountain Hammer. Hammer time. It's a 2-handed weapon. Summons a summon with 4 HP, 3 attack, and 1 move. I'm not sure it's an item that you ever purchase. No, I guess we purchase outside of the Scoundrel maybe, but maybe another class or two. All right. What sucks about this is we're stunning something. We're not actually doing anything by stunning it. We're just letting it. I mean, we're basically moving it towards us. I guess it's basically just functioning like an attack 2 poison here. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, that's what we're going to do. So we'll do an attack 2, range 3, pull 2. We'll target the elite because it's the only one we can actually. I guess if we move first, we could get it a little bit further away from us by pulling it to the side. But then we would have to go early next turn and move. I guess we would have kind of wished we kept net shooter. But that's interesting because we could actually ham in a back net shooter and have a good turn here. We're giving up longevity, but maybe that's okay. Yeah, all right, I like that. So let's actually try it like that. Let's do the bottom net shooter as generic move 2. Let's go 1, 2 to here. And then we're going to use a charge of ham and a potion. Maybe we should have a major. And get back, net shooter. I did pick up a summon for Music Note. It's been nice and doesn't feel bad to summon. Music Note is actually, in my opinion, the best class in the game to have summon items. As funny as that is. Although Scoundrel is also quite decent. All right, and then we're going to use Hook Gun to make attack 2, range 3, pull 2. Targeting the corpse, and we will be pulling. Okay, so we get 3 damage. Putting him down to 18. Pull him 1, 2 to here, which both stuns and poisons. I'm not going to place the stun because he's just going to stay where he is and not do anything. But he is poisoned. Yeah, we have the Falcon figurine on the Scoundrel as well. Okay, then Living Corpses go. So like I said, this one was stunned. I just didn't place it because they go immediately. This one goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's got to be up this way. 1, 2. 1, 2. Here's been floating around for a while, and I'm wondering if it would fit the bottom enlightenment. Move X, where X is the value of your choice, up to 6, then perform shrug off 6 minus X. It's an interesting design. I feel like this is most like In my mind, this is most frequently going to be used as like move 1, shrug 5, or move 2, shrug 4. But I guess the biggest issue is this still runs into the same problem, right? If you have a high stagger value, you would still just use the bottom of this, not moving or moving a very tiny amount and shrugging off a bunch, rather than using the top, I think. It's interesting. I mean, I like the design. I think it's fine. Yeah, because I mean, it can be a big movement or it can be a fair amount of stagger reduction. I mean, either way, it's good and fun to use. Like I said, my biggest concern would still just be that it works in the same way that the top does. Hmm. Yeah, that's another way to approach it potentially. All right. Anyway, that's the end of the round. Um. Hmm. So what's our plan here? This is going to attack. These are going to make it this way unless we disable some of them. Can we disable enough of them? Probably not. Maybe. Can we disable 3 things this turn? I don't think so. Fortunately, we didn't get Visage. We weren't able to get Visage. I guess we could have tried to set up getting Visage back. Yeah, no, I agree. Trying to think. Yeah, we don't have any disables on bottom for the Mindthief. We have 1 disable here, 1 disable here. Then maximum, so we can't disable 3 things, only 2. That's unfortunate. This one, I mean, the Tinker can disable this one by moving away with Net Shooter. All right, well, anyway, the Tinker's turn is quite obvious. We always know what he's doing. We're going to move away with Net Shooter, which immobilizes the Elite, and then we're going to use Stun Shot to stun and wound one of the other 2. It's pretty obvious. The Mindthief can either use Hostile Takeover or Frigid Apparition. I guess it makes more sense to use Frigid Apparition here, simply because we have the ice now, whereas Hostile Takeover will create ice again, which will allow the Tinker to use the Volatile Concoction to give back Visage or theoretically Perverse plus a Disable. So it makes sense to use that now. So what do we want to use with that? I'm not sure if you need. Uh, there were some small changes to level 1. You can re-review it. I mean, there were a few cards which changed, not much. You can go over it pretty quickly though, because you've already seen it. Most of it should be the same. It's really up to you whether you want to actually completely go over it again or not. Although it does, again, I mean, it would put the fresh in your mind, setting the stage for the higher level cards. The question is, who do we want to stun? Who do we want on our party to get hit? It seems like someone has to here. I mean, where's the long con when you need it, huh? God, that card's so dumb. This room would just be so jokingly easy. Run here, long con. Get the card back from the Tinker next turn. Long con 2 enemies again. I guess we can get strengthened for ourselves here, because then maybe next turn, if if it's the Scoundrel getting back Visage, then we can do something like Dark Frenzy plus Corrupting Embrace and just make a million attacks, all with Strengthen. Although I guess we probably want to use Hostile Takeover next turn, but even in that case, we still get Strengthened for Dark Frenzy plus Hostile Takeover. Yeah, I think it's better to just get Empathetic Assault up now. At the same time, if the Mindthief is the one we want to get hit, but I guess the Mindthief shouldn't be the one to get hit since she has the lowest HP pool, greatest risk of something bad happening. Can't really. They would have to get +1 attack and a crit. Otherwise, the healing's free, but no, I think it probably is fine just this way. So I guess what we want to do with the Scoundrel is to actually use Flurry of Blades. Flurry of Blades gives us 6 damage, really 7 because of this here, plus our good modifier deck. I think that's our highest value. At the same time, there is an argument for getting the wound sooner and using Flurry later. Maybe that's better. This is such an ideal opportunity to Flurry, though. So the Mindthief wants to go stun this one. We'll try to execute one of these 2, I guess, so we'll hit the other one with Flurry. I guess that's interesting, though, because if we're going to execute one of these, then and one of them is going to be stunned by the Tinker. I guess the Tinker can also stun this one. And the Mindthief can go up here. This is tough. I guess it's better. I mean, if I'm always going to use Flurry and Burning Oil, I suppose it's better to use Burning Oil first. I'm not sure who the target should be, but it's still better. In that case, what do I want to do for a bottom? I need to go early-ish, but I guess worst case scenario, the Mindthief can also tank. So I can just use this to get a free poison on one of them, since I end up having to tank anyway. All right, this works. Let's go. Oh, same flip. All right, so Mindthief's up first, but how do I make new wiki pages? I see. Oh God, don't ask me. I have honestly never made a new wiki page in my life. I think you have the ability to, but I'm not sure how to. But if you can't find out how to, I can try to figure it out. I'm sorry that I don't know better. Fate would be the one to ask about that. The wiki has not been my area of expertise, to be fair. So we're going to use Empathetic Assault. Oh yeah, we heal anyway. I'm an idiot. I forgot we're all damaged. Actually, Empathetic Assault is great. So where do we want to go with the Mindthief? Guess up here, stunning this one seems alright. They're into a big hit. Then maybe we can finish it next turn? Sure. Yeah, that works. Ah, that means we should have used Flurry this turn, actually. Yeah, that would have been better, right? Because we get an attack 3. God, I'm not paying enough attention. If we get an attack 3 here plus 2 on Flurry, that's 5. This would put this down to presumably 8. But I mean, alright, let's be real. Between here and here, we should get 1 plus 1, right? And worst case scenario, here with an attack 5 plus the axe, that's still, what, a 12? Wait, can we just off this? Can we just kill one of them? Oh, but these have 14. Yeah, we were stupid. We should use Flurry. We can kill the top one, but then the summon up there does nothing. So that's bad. I guess we'll save the axe then and get one of these other ones with it. That's fine. All right, well, we're just going to go to here with Empathetic Assault then. And we're going to use Frigid Apparition. We're going to consume the ice and gain 1 experience. And this gives us an attack 5 stun with advantage targeting Living Corpse number 2. Okay, so 7. Putting down a 6. And stunning it. And we're done. So the next up is the Tinker. We're going to use Immobilize, target 1 adjacent enemy, move 2 at the bottom of Net Shooter. Immobilizing this corpse. Move 2. We're going to end up going down this way, but we don't want to get too close to them yet. So I guess we'll just go up to here. But at the same time, the Scoundrel will appreciate having someone adjacent. But, I mean, the Mindthief can always move up adjacent. All right, so we'll go to there, and then we'll use the top of Stun Shot as an attack. 1, range 3, stun, and wound. So this one should die quite easily. One of these two should be visaged, presumably, although it's not even sure that that's going to be our plan at this point. So accordingly, the Scoundrel's wound attack should actually be on the elite, and that means our wound attack will be on the one of these two that doesn't get executed. So let's do it like that. So I guess we'll do, it doesn't really change too much. Let's see. I guess it does. So this will move to here if this one's wounded, whereas this will move to here. So it's actually better if they go like this, because if we stun this one, then this one we can actually just execute next, well, not next turn, because we can't. We're not able to, got to go have a meeting for the next few hours. All right, see you, Themris. Take care. Good luck with your meeting. Like this, it's easier for us to execute this one and keep this one isolated. Maybe we can even, immobilize it next turn or whatever. So, all right, sure. So let's hit this one with the stunny woundy attack. So stun shot. Attack 1, range 3, stun wound. All right. So we get 2 damage here, putting us down to 12. And putting a wound on it. And a stun on it. All right. So then it's the Scoundrel's turn. So we're going to gain 1 experience with Burning Oil. We're going to create a fire, and we're doing attack 4, range 3, poison wound. I mean wound, but targeting poison targets. It's actually going to be attack 5, targeting the elite. 6. 12. And a wound. So now we can use Special Mixture to stun one of them. I mean, to poison one of them. I mean, I guess we can just use it to go up and poison this one, but then it ends up moving to here. But I guess that's okay as well, because then it makes our summon be able to move from one to the other. Attacking, maybe we're just not executing here. I think it's actually fine. Oh no, that it's actually going to move here to attack the Tinker. That's also okay. The Tinker has the shield, and then they do still separate each other, and we still get the poison for free. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's just move to here then, using the bottom of Special Mixture, and poison one adjacent enemy. God, all the conditions just piling up. Oh yeah, the summon goes first. My bad. Good call. I always forget about having the summon. So this attack was actually from the summon on the living corpse up here. So this is down to 2, so we know to actually to flip for our attack. All right, so just 1 less damage on the elite, actually. Good catch, Isio. Actually, forget that summons have a purpose other than giving adjacency for one round. All right, so what happens? This loses this. This loses this. This loses this. Each of these take 1 damage from their wounds. Wound is a great ability. We are getting to diminishing returns on wound, though. We do have a lot of wound now, which starts to create some problems. All right, and so this one, it's 1 to there, 1 to there, but the Tinker actually went earlier in this round. Never thought I would say that. So the Tinker actually gets attacked by the corpse. It's an attack for poison on the Tinker. Ooh, geez, all right. Well, we should definitely use this. So this negates 2, so then we still just get the attack 4, down to 8, and a poisoned. A bit annoying, without a doubt. And that's the end of the round. All right, so hostile takeover seems pretty obvious. We can hostile take over this one here. Can't reach that one, unfortunately. Or maybe we can. I'm not sure how we're going to do this exactly, but it definitely seems like we want to use hostile takeover, and I think we should use Dark Frenzy as a move attack. I'm not sure where we should go. The annoying thing is the move attack kind of wants to go on this one. We also don't have a stun for that one, though, right? It's also definitely seeming very likely that we're no longer executing one. Executing this one could still be valuable, but it's also the one that the summon will attack next turn. All right, so the Scoundrel just needs to go fast so that the summon attacks this one should kill it. The Mindthief can also just chop one of them to death at any point here. So maybe the Mindthief shouldn't be immobilizing this one. We should just be running away from it, actually, right? Because right now, if the Tinker moves, then it actually can't reach anyone unless it gets +1 movement. So that actually makes just more sense. So how much of an attack do we need to actually kill this? So we still have our Strengthen. So if we were to make an attack, it's +7 we get, right? That axe is silly against some enemies, right? No, +5. I've been counting it wrong. Yeah, all right. So +5. This has 11 life, so +5 on an attack 4 would be 9. +1 is the poison, so we need our advantage to give us a +1. I think that's reasonable to expect. God, but what if we don't get the kill? That would suck. We could also just use Dark Frenzy first, hitting it, I guess, which is fine. Yeah, I guess that's actually probably fine. If our plan is to execute this one, then hitting this doesn't really matter. Dark Frenzy would give us 1 attack here, which does a bit of damage, and then we'd get a guaranteed kill with whatever top we used. So in that case, we can actually save Hostile Takeover. And what do we want to actually use to do chopping? I guess we probably don't need Feedback Loop anytime soon. The push could end up being relevant. So what if we just go with like this attack? So this just is a generic 4, plus the axe, plus the poison is still 10, and then here we've got another 4 to begin with. So this should get us a guaranteed kill on that one. The fact that we're not doing any more damage here doesn't matter, because our plan, I guess, then is to execute this one next turn. But then the Tinker can't. So the Tinker would have to go before the Scoundrel next turn. Woof. All right, well, we need to make sure we keep a good initiative, which is 18, and the Scoundrel would have to go at 36. I guess that's okay. It should still be before the corpses, because the Tinker actually needs to move this turn, Otherwise, the Tinker gets hit by the Elite. Unless the Elite gets -1 move or doesn't move, which these things are possible, it's still better not to try to count on that. So if that's the case, what do we actually need to do? I mean, I guess we can attack the Elite before moving. Unfortunately, we don't have any attacks, right? We got rid of our other attack, and we don't want to use this because we need this for... Oh, I guess we could have this for good initiative the following turn. Yeah, that's fine, actually. All right, so we can do these two. I mean, a poison attack on the Elite kind of sucks, but this is actually just our only non-loss attack remaining. And it's still just an attack 3. And then we can move here and disarm, or even move... No, I guess it has to be here, and disarm this one. The fact that the summon won't make it here next turn doesn't really matter to us too much. Actually, we're going to go before the Scoundrel as well, so the summon still theoretically can. Oh no, going before the Scoundrel doesn't work. The Scoundrel won't have the execute back. We would have to give it this turn. Ugh. All right. Should we just give up on the execute? I guess. I mean, this will move up to here or here. I don't know. It seems bad not to execute, but it's just so difficult because we simply can't use... We can use Volatile this turn, but then we have to not move and we get hit by the Elite, which is just so much damage it doesn't seem worth taking it. What if... Oh man, what I wouldn't give to actually have a trap on top right now. I'm not even joking. Getting to place a trap here and fast somehow would actually solve this problem. I'm being trolled. I mean, it's not worth using any items for these. This part is still the easy fight of the scenario. We don't need to waste resources here. No, I think this play is the best, and I don't know, maybe we'll just won't get to execute in the end, but that's okay. All right, so Mindthief's killing this one. Tinker's moving here, disarming this one, attacking the Elite. So what is the Scoundrel doing? I guess if we use... I don't even know what we can use here. Just long rest to get back... Now, long resting doesn't work because then our summon doesn't kill us quickly enough. To get back our execute. Short rest next turn to get back the execute. That feels so bad. Man, not having stamina potions is rough. Flurry isn't great because... I mean, hitting this one would be helpful, but we can't get in range to hit the Elite. I guess we can if we go here, but then that can't disarm. And we have disadvantage against that one as well. There's a more significant one. No, I don't think Flurry is the answer. I guess it's probably just Swift. No, we need Swift Bow's initiative. But actually, no, the initiative doesn't matter in the end. Yeah, I guess just Swift Bowing the Elite is probably fine. And then what are we doing for a bottom? I guess we can just use Flurry to gain advantage on the attack. Why not? All right, this works. They have gotten the exact same card every single time. Tell me TTS isn't broken. Okay, well, oh no, sorry. Scoundrel's first, which means the summon is actually first. So the summon attacks the adjacent corpse. Okay. What's our thing again? Only short rest? Yeah, that's probably not happening. Summon kills there. It's our turn. We're going to use Flurry of Blades. Guess we can move to here. Doesn't really change much. But sure. Yeah, we'll move to there. Well, I mean, I guess the Mindthief can also move there. It really doesn't change anything. I guess, well, we're all going down. Yeah, we'll just stay here. Whatever. We'll move in place, but get advantage. And then we'll make an attack 3 using the top of Swift Bow. So attack 3, range 4, +1 for the poison, and advantage, or yeah, advantage on our attack because of the bottom of Flurry of Blades. Meaningless advantage, but so be it. So 4 becomes a 6. Oops, what did we do there? Putting him down to 6. Okay. And then next up is the Mindthief. So the Mindthief is going to do a move 3 attack through. Also, we're going to gain 1 experience and create ice, doing move 3 attack through with Dark Frenzy. 1, 2, 3 to here. We're going to attack this one here, again, just to make sure that our top attack should kill, because we really don't want to fail this. We have Strengthened, but we're disadvantaged because we're adjacent, so just 1 flip. Oh, we would have killed with our first thing anyway, but oh well. So our 3 becomes a 5, becomes a 6, actually, because this enemy is poisoned. God, we don't even need to use the axe here. Should we save the axe then, actually? Yeah, I guess we should. We can save it to kill the other one, presumably. The axe is just unnecessary here. A generic top attack is a 4, plus we still have advantage for this turn, so it's a 5. Or so it's a 4 with strengthen plus 1 from the poison, and even if we get a 4, it still dies from the wound. So actually, yeah, better not to use the axe here. All right, so we use the top of feedback loop as a generic attack 2, plus 2 for mine's weakness, so 4. Still strengthened, so advantage. And so with the poison. So our 4 becomes a 6, plus 1 from the poison is a 7. So we kill this corpse. Okay. So then we're done. So that's the Tinkerer's turn. So the Tinkerer is going to do an attack 2 with Toxic Bolt, creating Earth. So we're going to attack the Elite. Just because we want to kill it. Poisoning the other one isn't so significant to us. Okay. Well, we should have attacked the other one, but so be it. And then we're going to do a move to disarm. We're going to move to here. This allows us to disarm this while not being somewhere that the elite can attack us. If we went one further, then the elite would be able to attack us. We're going to have to move before the Scoundrel goes so that the summon can actually come up and attack that one. All right. Living Corpses go. Sorry, it's this one that loses 1 life. It's wound. This one loses the disarm. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but here is adjacent to more enemies. So I guess its focus is actually here, so it's always there. Well, there or there, but either way, this fits the bill. Okay. So what's up next? Well, like I said, oh no, we use Swift Bow. The Tinker can't go before us. Oh, all right. That's okay actually. We can make this work. Oh yes. Yes, we can. So what we can actually do is we can have the Mindthief walk up to here and then hit this one back into this trap, which will stun it, and then put it in a position that the summon can actually go and whack on it as well. Plus it'll be stunned, which is great. And then after that, the Scoundrel can come up and just finish this corpse off. So that makes us in the clear. And we have the beautiful initiative of 5-6 combo thanks to Cranium Extraction and Backstab. I guess, yeah, we'll use this attack just to make sure that we kill. Beautiful. And so the Tinker is pretty much free to do whatever he wants. So the Tinker's the only one poisoned. So it'd be good to heal someone else. I guess we don't have an easy way to heal ourselves. Could also just give 2 cards back this turn and do bottom healing afterwards. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I think we'll do the top heal no matter what. Whether it's to heal us to remove the poison, because I mean, we can never do lower than a heal 3 on ourselves to remove the poison at this point. We have no source of that. We have a bottom heal 3, a top heal 4, a top heal 3. This one can remove poison more easily from allies, but not from ourselves, unfortunately. So we'll use Restorative Mist on someone, and then we'll use Volatile Concoction to give someone back some cards. Since we've got the ice here for free anyway, just gives 1 extra turn of longevity for free. All right, let's go. A different card. No movement, huh? So first up is the Mindthief. We're gonna use the bottom of Cranium Overload. We're gonna move to here. Guess we could push it all the way up to here. Is there any advantage of that? No, not really. I don't think it changes anything. I guess. Oh, it really doesn't. Yeah. All right. I guess that's not untrue. Also, here's 1 closer, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, moving here. So by going here, we can do 1, 2, 3, pushing it to here, rather than simply doing. I guess then the summon is no. The summon can always move there. It changes nothing. By having it go here and presumably die there, I guess it's not just about to die. But we also have to be the one to kill it, so we've got to go up and hit it anyway. So I guess we'd rather have it here, because then it's further from. I mean, it's not as far from here. Yeah, we have to use the axe to kill it. The Mindthief has to be the one to do that next turn. So Mindthief has to go before the Scoundrel next turn. We can go at 9. That's okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to gain 1 experience. We're going to use Fearsome Blade as an attack 4, push 3, targeting the regular living corpse. Okay, it's fine that we got the miss here. The damage really didn't matter. We should kill it with the axe next turn. Better to get the miss here. All right. So the trap is stun and poison. All right, and then we're done. So then it's the Scoundrel's turn. So first the Hammer Time moves over here and takes an attack 4 swing at that corpse. Okay, 4 damage. That's more than fine. And then the Scoundrel herself goes. So first we're just going to move down here. With the bottom of Backstab, we're going to use Backstab as a generic move too. This allows us to use a Slice of Ham to get it back since we have an odd number of cards in our hand. That gives us an extra turn, which is well worthwhile. It's also an extra, getting back a move 6 is great. And then we're going to use the top of Flanking Strike. We gain 1 experience, and we make an attack 5 targeting the Elite, which is really a 6 because of the poison. Oh, jeez. Where's the overkill battle goal when you need it, huh? All right. And so that's dead by a lot. Okay, and then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So the Tinkerer is going to consume ice to give an ally within range 2 cards back. Who needs 2 cards back? I guess they both have the same number of turns left. So how does it work? The Mindthief is going to next turn go up here and finish off this corpse. And the Scoundrel, I guess, is just going to step onto this coin. So who wants to have 1 more turn? I guess then the Scoundrel could long rest. The Scoundrel doesn't want a long rest for battle goals. Yeah, check mark would not be bad. It's tough. Who is it better to give the 2 cards to? I really wonder. I guess if we give the Scoundrel back Swiftbow, the Scoundrel can move down here to open the door and then come back by using Swiftbow to loot. So that's probably better, I guess. All right, yeah, and the Scoundrel also just has less longevity, so getting 1 extra turn on the Scoundrel is more valuable. All right, let's do that. So we'll give the Scoundrel 2 cards back. I'm just like, Tinker's like, yeah, Scoundrel, you can have any 2 cards back you want. Please take back the Execute. And Scoundrel's like, sorry, did you say take back the looting card? Ah, yes, I heard you very well. Loud and clear. Accordingly, probably ranged attack is safe. Maybe Execute. I think we're gonna want to save our second summon for if we have to split up. So yeah, let's just take a ranged attack. Because I don't think we're going to be using the Execute when we enter this room, basically. We'll only have 1 turn where it would really work. Okay, and then we're going to use the top Restorative Mist. So I guess if the Scoundrel doesn't want to long rest, we should heal the Scoundrel. Maybe everyone else will long rest. A checkmark is certainly worthwhile. At the same time, we do kind of need to heal ourselves on the Tinker, but we should have other opportunities to do that. Tinker also needs to use a Hammer at some point here. Yeah, let's just heal the Scoundrel for 3. Alright, Scoundrel's back up to 15. And then the corpse goes, but is stunned, so it does nothing. Alright, so this turn, the Scoundrel is going to play Swiftbow to move towards the door and loot, and a throwaway top, which I guess should be this one, because this is just more movement to better initiative for the turn we enter. We're maybe using a ranged attack, although probably not, to be honest. Okay. The Tinkerer doesn't need to move, so we can just do a double heal turn here. Remove the poison with our bottom heal, and then heal ourselves for 4 with the top heal, which at least puts us back up to 12, which is reasonable. And the Mindthief, as we said, is just going to go run and whack the corpse. The summon going before the Mindthief is actually perfectly safe because the summon attacks for 3 plus 1 for the poison is a 4. There are no rolling modifiers in the Scoundrel's deck at this point, so the maximum the summon can do is 8. So it cannot kill. Okay, yeah, there's the 21 and the +1 move. So, oh yeah, but actually, no, the summon's after. Well, it's fine either way. Doesn't matter. Still obviously wanted to go at 9 rather than 39. So the Mindthief goes first. That's a single attack, so it wouldn't really change anything. Does it change anything to use this? Maybe. So let's see. 2 movement makes it there, no matter what. So our attack, a generic attack is a 4, plus 1 for the poison is a 5, and then the axe is a 10. So a -1, which we do have 1 in our deck, fails to kill. So yes, it is actually better to use Corrupting Embrace, because then we can weaken it with the first attack and then use the axe on the second attack. So we'll do precisely that. We'll use the bottom Hostile Takeover as a generic move too, going to here. And then we're going to use the top of Corrupting Embrace to do an attack 3 followed by an attack 3. The poison is irrelevant. So the first is actually an attack 4 on the corpse. Okay. Now we would have gotten it the other way, but it goes down to 6. And then on the second attack, we're going to pop the axe. So during your melee attack, targeting a living corpse, living spirit, or living bones, add +5 attack to a single attack. So the second attack becomes an attack 10 with the poison. Well, all right. So in the end, results-orientedly, we did make a poor decision, because if we had just done it on the first attack, we would have simply killed it and we would have a crit waiting on the top of our deck, right? In the end, though, for pure satisfaction, this was pretty great, because now our second attack, let's just add it all up. So we had 3 with Mind's Weakness, plus 1 from the poison is 4, plus 5 from the axe is a 9. And then we doubled that 9 to make an 18. So we hit this for 18 when it had 6 life, which gave us a solid overkill of 12. Okay, so coin goes there, and we mark off our first check mark on our personal quest. 1 out of 7. Boom. Okay. Nice. So then it's the Scoundrel's turn. The summon does nothing. The Scoundrel's going to use the bottom of Swiftbow as a move 3 loot. 1, 2, 3. Next to the door. Get the coin. Living corpses are eliminated. And then the Tinkerer is going to, as we said, use the bottom heal 3 of Auto Turret to heal himself, removing the poison, and then use the top of Stamina Booster, heal 4 range 3 on himself, going up 4. Okay, so there's no reason not to long rest here for the Mindthief. Our goal in this room is going to be to draw the enemies up by opening the door and then running back, pulling everything into this room, because it's much better if we could all fight in this room than fighting down in this room. The advantage of fighting here is that it means after we're done fighting here, the person who has to go up by themselves has only 2 rooms to travel through to get to the third room, rather than having to travel back through this and then these rooms. So our plan is pretty clear here. Accordingly, the Mindthief can long rest. Long resting gives 1 health back, lets us choose which card to lose, and refreshes the axe, which I don't think there are any more corpses in this scenario, but there very well could be, and it would be great if we could get a second corpse skill in this scenario. It would really, really be amazing for him. All right, so as for the Tinkerer, we're probably not really going to be doing anything here. We should play some cards with the consideration of doing something. So what would be something we would consider using here? I mean, well, all right, no matter what we're playing a move for, I think we should always use our latest initiative to be able to move up after the enemies go. So then the question is, which tops would we consider using? Probably not Crankbow. Probably more likely we'd use Ink Bomb. I don't think we're likely to use either of them. In fact, if anything, the top we're most likely to use might be actually the Summon, just for funsies, because summoning is fun, even if it's not always very effective. But most likely what we're going to do is actually we're just going to use the top as a generic top in order to be able to use a Hammer and a Potion charge to get an extra turn. But in this case, I think playing these 2 cards, the latest initiative is still optimal. All right, so long rest here, and let's go. So it is, in fact, the Scoundrel who's going to go first. We're going to use Backstab as a move 6. This gives us the most movement to make sure we can run as far away as possible. Plus, we have the possibility of potentially doing a ranged attack, depending on what the enemies are going to do. All right, so 1 movement, and we have 5 remaining, plus our boots, so we should get 7 remaining if we need to. Okay. That goes there. And There's there. So today we learned that forest imps make nests. And then we've got a line of traps. So I guess no matter which way we go, we need jump. Ugh. And these traps, well, they're just damage traps, so they can be healed through. I mean, just damage, yeah. It's only, what, 8 damage? It's a lot, but what I mean is, at least it's not something like damage and poison, or some variation of something with stun. These things are much more difficult to move through than simply damage, which we can just, walk through and heal on the same turn. All right, there we go. So we've got 1 elite cave bear. Ooh, they're gonna have a lot of movement. And then 3 elite forest imps, 2 regular forest imps. Woof. I do hate forest imps. Oh, the 3 elites, right? Yeah, alright. Woof. Okay, so 4 health for the regulars, 9 health for the elites. Not so easy to kill these elite forest imps. And then the elite cave bear, how much health does he have? 28 health. Cave bears are not like zombies, for the record. Zombies are simple enemies to deal with because they have such little movement. Cave bears have a ton of movement. Bear run fast. All right, 5 movement, so we need to see what they're all doing. Let's flip. And let's flip. You would be trying to do this stuff. Will they reach? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fortunately not. All right, so at least we're seeing this on a turn where they're not hitting us. That's nice. And the cave bear, how much movement does he have? So 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the furthest the cave bear go. Wait. So this is the furthest the cave bear reaches. And the 4 imps, like I said, so it's technically 8 from where they are with 4 range and 4 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to this line here. All right, so 5 movement left. 1, 2, 3, 4, I suppose is fine. There's no reason to move one more. I think this is, yep, because we'll probably want to be hitting something next turn. So we'll just move back to there with backstab, and we'll do nothing with the top of Flurry of Blades. All right, so then the imps go. Elites first. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're flying, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yes, they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The regulars also have 4 movement, right? Yes. The only difference is 1 lower attack and much less health. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting nothing. Okay. And then the cave bear goes. So the cave bear is going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So then it's the Tinkerer's turn. The big question here is, should we create the summon? The answer is we probably shouldn't. We kind of want to. The biggest problem here with creating the summon this turn is that it's not going to do anything because we go late the following turn. I guess we could just move here and create it here, or here even. I guess going late the following turn is not necessarily a bad thing. If it's somewhere, I mean, this should move up no matter what, and this will need to as well. Yeah, maybe it's worth doing it. We're not going to be able to kite these enemies in this room, so just something else to absorb hits. Can absorb 2 forest imp hits or 1 elite cave bear hit. Let's give it a try. I think it's fun to. I mean, at the same time, this has got to be wrong though, right? We brought extra move 4 so that we could move 4, not so that we could play a summon which is going to last for 1 turn. This is a tough call. I mean, all right, it's not really a tough call. I think the correct thing to do is probably never to summon here. Sometimes I just like to give things. I mean, it's just interesting to try things to give them additional chances, right? There's no doubt, however, that this summon just is not a very reason. It doesn't scale very reasonably against level 6 enemies. I mean, especially with the Tinker's modifier deck, it's effectively going to do like probably 2 damage, to be honest. I guess maybe we can hope to get 4 damage out of it. If, like I said, if we summon it here, this moves up, it goes late and moves up and attacks. Well, let's give it a try. Why not? Yeah, we might lose this scenario. We're only playing on +2 difficulty anyway. Let's not be too crazy. So let's use the bottom of Ink Bomb actually as a generic move too, so we can use our Hammer Potion here. So we're going to move just back to this coin. out Scoundreling the Scoundrel using the bottom of Ink Bomb, and then we're going to use our slice of ham to bring back Ink Bomb. And then we're going to gain 2 experience and activate the BattleBot. Which, as we've established, oh, it was red, but unfortunately we've already got a red summon. All right. Anyone in chat? What's our new BattleBot's color? The Dangerous Contraption, Summon BattleBot. We have to have a color for it. Unfortunately, it used to be red because it destroys things and it's dangerous, but we can't do that anymore because we mistakenly used red for the hammer, and we can't change it now. We probably should just use orange for the hammer. So which color for the BattleBot? And while someone answers this question, I'm just going to quickly use this opportunity to go pee. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry with that. I also just used the opportunity because there was some food that had to be put away that I cooked. Need to be put in the fridge and freezer. All right, we'll go with black. It's a reasonable suggestion. It's funny that you call this black. I've always called it white, but I guess it's white to people. I mean, if it was just all black, then there would just be nothing on it. So I guess it's still supposed to be black. All right, and that's the end of the round. We get the long rest on the Mindthief. We will not bring back the Mind's Weakness. We do need to get rid of a card. I don't know why we're putting them all out like that. So they're kind of 2 viable candidates here. I would say Hostile Takeover and the Pushy Attack, Fearsome Blade. So the Pushy Attack's not going to do anything because these traps are way too far. So we would have to think that it's going to do something either up here or here, but I'm not so sure that that's the case. Hostile Takeover, the argument would be it's only good against the bear, but it does so little damage against the bear that we kind of give up our turn for not a whole lot. That being said, I think it's probably still better than the pushy attack. So let's just go to the pushy attack here. A Fearsome Blade. All right. And we heal for 1. So here we need to do a short rest. Ooh, no. No. Scenario that requires a lot of movement, biggest movement, but it's still better to lose backstab than Burning Oil. Burning Oil is way too good. All right, so our plan here is to go as late as possible so that our summon hopefully doesn't die and then runs up and hits the bear, who presumably moves up. So we want the bear to go up to here. Really would like it to go to here. That's not really possible though. Man, if only we could execute elite enemies. It's a good thing that there aren't non-loss abilities in the game that execute elite enemies, though, because that would just be silly. That would make, for example, a situation like this really trivial if we could just execute this 20 health bear. I'm glad we can't do that. I mean, I guess it would be one thing if we could do that with the loss, then at least it would cost us something for the rest of the scenario, but if we could do that with a non-loss, yeah, that would be silly. All right. So how do we deal with this situation? This is a tough spot, without a doubt. So we need this to move up so that the summon hits it. It will move to here because it's closer to other enemies. And from there the summon will get to hit it. And then this won't get to hit it though, but will in a turn, but that doesn't really change anything. That summon's gonna have to wait a turn no matter what. So I guess theoretically we want to wait with, I mean, the Scoundrel to go later. Does that really give us anything though? Or the Scoundrel not to move? But I guess even if the Scoundrel moves, then it runs up. I mean, no matter what, it's always running up. I guess the Scoundrel, I mean, all right, no matter, I think we should use Burning Oil no matter what on the Scoundrel here. Getting a wound on this as soon as possible seems quite good, especially because the wound from the Tinker is at least one more turn out, and the wound from the Tinker can be used on one of the Forest Imps, which is still very valuable. I'd still be very happy to get a wound on them, so might as well use this opportunity to wound the bear, again, which is as soon as possible. I guess we just dance away. Um, so I guess our wound attack is still quite valuable. Maybe we just move with Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb's pretty, but if we get higher movement, we can actually make it to the coin. I guess we can actually just use Swift Bow to move here. Oh no, because we need better, we would like good initiative, yeah. I mean, both of our melee attack 5 seem decent here. I'm not sure how good Visage will be. I guess no matter what, we need to play one of these for initiative. All right, let's just play this. By dancing back early, we also make it so that less of the imps at least will hit us, which is valuable. The Tinker is pretty far back. So what does the Mindthief do? So we don't want to immobilize here, nor stun, because we do want the enemy to come up. So what do we want to do then? Isn't the Mindthief going to get pounded if we follow through with this plan? What if we do just immobilize the bear and accept that the summon doesn't get to attack this turn? Is that maybe not safer? Probably is, right? We're missing out on attack 2, but we're also not taking a giant attack, and I don't know that we're going to get a better opportunity than this to use Hostile Takeover. Yeah, I mean, we can skip the immobilize, but I mean, I think if we're using this, it's certainly not to just do an attack 2. I think it's worth immobilizing is the answer here. And then, so that creates ice. We don't need something else to create ice. I guess we can just dance back the feedback loop. I don't think we're going to be using our Viz here. We're going to use our Viz probably while we're alone, so we can just use this as a way of moving back. All right, let's do it. -2 movement, huh? So it's 3. That's still enough. Yeah, it would still clobber the summon. Well, the summon's actually going to go before it anyway. And, oh, the imps double flipping their most dangerous card. I guess the poison is technically more dangerous, but woof. Imps. All right. Anyway, it is the Scoundrel first, so we're going to gain 1 experience. We're going to create fire, and we're going to use Burning Oil, tossing some of that on this bear. Bear. Okay. +0. So it's 4, putting him down to 24, and putting a wound on him. All right, and then we're going to use the bottom of Flanking Strike to move back onto this coin. Then, oh yeah, sorry, our summon also should have moved up 1. Oh, there's a coin here as well. Sneaky Scoundrel summon. If that's a summon for the Scoundrel if I've ever seen one. Quietly disguising a coin so the rest of the party doesn't realize it's there. All right, Mindthief's up. We're going to use Hostile Takeover, gain 1 experience, create ice. We will use the Immobilize. We'll attack 1, 2, 3, 4, the bear. Okay, so just 2 damage. But Immobilize. And then we're going to use Feedback Loop. I guess there's no reason to move further than this, I think. We'll double check. All right, let's set this on the side. So how are the imps going to do things here? I mean, I guess they're next, so I can just start moving them. They have 4 range, so 1, 2, as of right now, 3, 4. 2, 3. So in this instance, it would be hitting 1, 2, 3. These 2? I guess this would keep this summon alive, which is not that bad of a thing. This summon taking hits, I mean, who cares? Maybe we'll even get lucky and get a -1 on it. All right, so that one will always go there. Hitting the 2 of us, I guess, is good then. And this one will do 1, 2, 3 to here. Fortunately, this one will hit that one, but shouldn't die from just 1. And then this, or maybe the Mindthief, but that's also okay. And then this can only hit the summon if it's still alive. And then they shouldn't hit anything else. So it doesn't actually change anything. Yeah, so we can just go there with the Mindthief and grab this coin. Because money is nice. All right. Yeah, no point in using ham to get that back. So then the imps go, like I said. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Where were they, ECO? I've made a huge mistake. There wasn't one on the door, was there? No, there wasn't. There was nothing on the door. All right, so it didn't matter. I just forgot to move this one first, actually, because I was just checking the front ones. But I know that there wasn't anything on the door. Because the one was here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, yeah, the Scoundrel was here. Yep, exactly. All right, so that's fine. No problems there. It was here, right? 1, 2, yep. So that one would move to there, and then 2 would go to here. And like I said, attack the Scoundrel summon, the Hammer summon, and then the Mindthief in that order. So the attacks are at -1. Ah, we actually don't even need to get a -1 here. Just a +0 and doesn't kill this. All right. So these are attack 3. Ugh. At the same time, if it kills it, we don't get 2 curses on the Scoundrel, which might actually be better, right? Oh, God, this is brutal. The double curse. God, I hate Forest Imps. All right. So it's an attack 3 double curse. First on the Hammer, then on the Mindthief. So Hammer first. All right. Well, the Hammer dies, but I think that might actually be better. And the Scoundrel gets no curses. And then on the Mindthief, geez, all right. So that just becomes a 4. So the Mindthief takes 4. And 2 curses. Okay. Then, so we kind of wanted that to survive, though, because then it would tank here. Yeah, no, it would have been better for them not to get a +1 there. That's annoying. All right. So then this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So first it's going to be this Tinker summon and then the Mindthief. So Tinker summoned first. All right. So it's just 3 on the Tinker summon, which has 6 health, I believe. Yep. So 3 health and 2 curses to the Tinker. It's Such a brutal thing for them to flip here. Really is. I think her getting the curses doesn't matter much, but the Mindthief getting 4 curses, yeah, that matters. Okay, so 1 damage to the Mindthief at least. That's okay, although the damage is done in the form of there now being 5 misses in a deck of 17 cards. Fortunately, we have Empathetic Assault. Yep. So that's that. So then we've got the regulars, again with 4 movement. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. From here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't hit anything. Okay. So now it's the Tinkerer's turn. So the summon actually does get to hit something. Moves up there. Makes an attack 2 on something with 2 shield. Way to go, summon. You figured it all out. Alright. So no damage. Would have been happy to see a curse there. So now we've got to decide what we want to do personally. So we have a couple options here. We can use Ink Bomb. So they're clumped, which means hitting them is nice. We could use Crankbow here with the Volatile Potion, or we could use Ink Bomb. The advantage of using Ink Bomb is then we save the Volatile Bomb. I mean, using Ink Bomb here. Sorry, we use Crankbow with the Volatile Bomb, or we could use Ink Bomb. The advantage of using Ink Bomb here is that we can actually save the Volatile Bomb to use next turn with Stun Shot, which is quite good, right? Being able to stun and wound all 3 of these is probably more valuable than just doing an attack 6 on them. So I think I definitely prefer to do that. The real question, I guess, then is just whether we should play another loss here. The biggest cost of playing another loss here is we're giving up another one of our move 4s. So we're actually only going to have 2 move 4s left in our deck. And one of them we really don't want to use, which is Stun Shot. So we're really only going to have like 1 move 4 remaining. That's a very big cost. But at the same time, this is going to be a really difficult fight for us, fighting 3 elite imps, 2 regular imps, and an elite cave bear. So if we try to be too conservative, it's probably going to cost us maybe even more. It's tough to say. There's a really difficult balance here in determining whether we should use something like that or not. Playing a loss, I think, isn't so difficult here. I think the Tinker can easily afford to play a second loss. That's not so much the issue. The big issue really is just whether, I mean, playing a loss, which is also one of our few remaining movement cards. But I think the answer is we should still do this. So I think we want to use Ink Bomb because, again, I'd rather use the Volatile Bomb Stun Shot next turn. So we're just going to use the bottom of Crankbow. The question is, where do we want to be next turn? I guess from here we can hit all of them. We don't really want to go up any further than we have to. So yeah. Yep, all right. We can also use the goggles this turn on this attack, rather than, because we don't really care not having the goggles for the stun shot attack. The imps are definitely worth the loss. They cause way too much havoc and multi-target garbage with ridiculous shields to back it up. Yeah, I agree. The biggest problem is that the loss only does 2 damage to each of the imps, but I think it's still worth it. All right. Oh, the other issue here is actually we have to be careful with our experience gain. This is going to give us 3 more experience, so we can only gain 2 more experience for this scenario. That shouldn't be too difficult, but it is something we just need to keep in the back of our mind. All right, so we create Dark, we gain 3 experience, and we're going to use Ink Bomb as an attack 4, range 3. So 1, 2, 3, hitting all of these. And we're going to use our goggles on this attack, obviously. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded having a power potion here, to be honest. All right. Anyone want to give me an ordering for the targeting here? Because I'm sure I will do it wrong. We have Elite Bear 2, Elite Imp 2, and Elite Imp 6. If anyone would please do the honors. We're doing all attack 4s all around. There's no reason to use the stun powder here. It wouldn't accomplish anything since we're planning on ideally stunning the imps before they go again next turn. All right, and then this is lost. Have a sip of water while I wait for a suggestion. All right, Imp 2, Imp 6, Bear 2. All right, I like it. Just like we read, top left, across, and then down. All right, so Imp 2. This is why we should have moved up more. Oh, we finally got it. We finally got it. God, I forgot about it. Ah, this is my mistake. This was my mistake. We finally got it. Ah, Yeah, we should have moved to here. Would it have changed anything for the targeting? I don't think so. Oh, I'm kicking myself. To be honest, though, yeah, that's true. It would have actually given one more experience. That is actually a rather interesting point, right? That the one extra experience would have been quite bad for us in some regards because then we wouldn't have been able to play a single other loss for the scenario and still get 2 check marks. But it would have been better in terms of our actual ability to complete the scenario. It's interesting. Um, so the biggest point that I would say here is I still think, I mean, yeah, we're on 7 XP or less, right? So by going to 5 here, we can still play exactly one more loss and still get to 7. But if we went to 6 here by targeting one more enemy, we actually would have put ourselves in a position where we couldn't play another loss. And I do want to get the 2 check marks for the Tinkerer. Tinkerer's modifier deck is still, I mean, like, it's fine to improve, certainly. Yeah, it is useful. I mean, the biggest thing though is that here I should have gone here. I actually just forgot, right? Although it is fair to say it's useless to, I mean, add 1 to the useless here because again, it as much as it is positive, we would basically be doing 2 damage to this imp. It is also negative here, so that's kind of interesting. I should have gone here, but like I said, the truth is I just forgot of the existence of this modifier because we took this modifier an eternity ago, and this is only the second time we've ever seen it, so I just forget about its existence. When you use something regularly, you remember to play around it, but when you never use something, ugh. All right, anyway, so we got a +0 on this imp, so that's 2 damage. We'd really like to draw at least one of our curses out on these advantage attacks. Then we have imp 6 next. Ooh, okay, that's nice to see at least. So that puts our 4 up to a 7, which gives us 5 real damage here. Very nice. And then the bear. Didn't get any of the curses, and we got a bunch of our good cards. All right, so 6 damage on the bear, which puts the bear down to 16. All right, still nice. And then the cave bear goes, is immobilized, and takes 1 from the wound. Never once saw add target come up where it could actually hit another target in my entire anger. Interesting. That is, well, I can't really say anything, but that is interesting. I like it on that class, but I'm not sure if it actually does work out. It's funny. All right, definitely short rest here for the Tinker. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the targeted short rest loss. Oh, GTS, I'm wise to your tricks. We have to reroll in this. We don't really have a choice. God, this is so bad, right? We we have to reroll because we cannot lose this move 4. We'd have only 1 move 4 left, and again, it's a move 4 we don't really want to use. I mean, I know we have boots, but it's still we can't lose this. We have to have 1 move 4 to get through the scenario, I think. The only card we cannot lose is Stun Shot. So we're only at 1 out of 9. Okay, that's fine. 2 have had a really bad outcome of rerolling. If we got Stun Shot, we probably would have lost the scenario, but yeah. Okay, so we already know our plan. Where is Stun Shot? Oh, there it is. All right, so Stun Shot plus we don't need to move this turn. We could move up and disarm the bear though, or I mean one of the imps. But no, we're stunning all of them anyway, so that does nothing. So yeah, let's just use the bottom heal here, I guess. We can actually heal up our summon so that it maybe survives a little bit longer and maybe does some damage. Believing in the summon. All right. As for the Mindthief, actually one too far away to do anything very effective here with Empathetic Assault. We'd really like to get Empathetic Assault because we have so many curses in our deck, but I think we have to wait a turn for that. We're going to make a bunch of attacks and not have Empathetic Assault up. That feels terrible. We've got Ice. Can't stun this one. I guess we just have to stun this one. I mean, it's still worth doing. Our stun attack maybe just even kills it, though. But I guess that's still fine. So we need our big move and our stun attack because we have ice. I think this is correct. This eliminates the 4th imp, so there's only just the 2 imps in the back. All right. As for the Scoundrel, well, we did get rid of Flanking Strike. That's actually the attack I end up wanting more now. Because we could go up here and hit this one, but the advantage of adjacency is giving a wound, but the wound is going to come from the Tinker anyway. Yeah, we chose incorrectly. We chose incorrectly. Flurry of Blades is, I mean, it's still got to be the attack is this. All these other ones are bad. Flurry of Blades is very useless against these enemies. Swift Bow does 1 damage. I mean, at least this does 2, maybe wounds. Yeah, it's worth it. And we might as well gain advantage here. I think this is the best thing to do. We need, yeah, 4 movement. So yeah, gaining advantage on the attack is fine, I think. Yeah, Flanking Strike would be better here. It'd be 1 attack better. I guess then the consideration is, that's interesting. Then instead the Mindthief could go here and stun this one, and the Tinker could wound these, could hit these 3 rather than hitting these 3. That makes the wound here better, because then we get a wound on this one. Yeah, all right, that actually seems correct then. In that case, the Mindthief can actually use... Oh wait, hold on, but the Scoundrel's moving here, so the Mindthief can't move there as well. But I guess then the Mindthief goes here. That's fine. Or the Scoundrel doesn't use the bottom of Flurry this turn, uses a different move. We don't have a different move, because our only other big move is that. Yeah, all right, that's fine. The Mindthief just doesn't, I mean, the Mindthief can go here. We'll just save Dark Frenzy again for after. It's better if we can try to use, well, I guess the Scoundrel could just use her boots. Maybe that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the boots. I'm not sure that poisoning is necessary. I mean, I was thinking more just use the boots with Flurry, but we could also use the boots to poison. Um, the boots to poison isn't great though, because we still go after the Mindthief, and that target's going to die, right? I mean, the Mindthief is already dealing 3 damage to it, so our attack is still killing it, no matter what. So I don't think its poisoning is significant. It's more getting advantage to try to get rid of a curse. But we could just use the boots to go over here. I think that's fine. Oh no, the Scoundrel didn't take curses. You're right. I'm just thinking that everyone has curses. I'm trying to think about something though. How likely is it our attack actually kills this one? Not so likely. Attack 4 with advantage. If we got a +1, it dies, but it dies when it goes, and that's probably... We'd rather have the Mindthief summon go up. No, I think this line is fine. The poison just doesn't do anything. Whereas it can be more valuable against another target. Advantage doesn't do much either, though. We need to play one of them. I mean, we could play Swiftbow as a move and save both of them. Swiftbow's going to be some good looting soon, though. No, I think this is fine. Just getting, I guess getting advantage does do something. If the Mindthief ends up missing, which is actually possible since the Mindthief has 5 curses, I mean 5 misses in her deck now, then us having advantage, getting a +1 can actually lead to this dying. So that's still worth doing. So then the question is, yeah, should the Mindthief be, instead of playing Cranium Overload, playing Dark Frenzy? Since we want to go to here. Dark Frenzy lets us make an additional attack, I guess, on the bear. Yeah, so that is probably worth it. And lets us recreate ice for the following round, which doesn't really do anything. Maybe for the Tinker. All right, sure. Let's do this. Ugh. Of course we stun them now that they're doing nothing. The bear is going to heal off its wound, but I guess we're re-wounding it, so that's kind of okay. All right, well, anyway, the Scoundrel's first. So we're going to use the bottom of Flurry of Blades as a move 4. So we did play Dark Frenzy here, right? Yeah. So we're going to use our boots to get 6 movement with Flurry. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to stop here. This way we don't get muddled. If we went up to here, we would get muddled by these, but here we don't get muddled at all. Oh, no, our summon doesn't go first. Our summon's dead. Let's actually put this back. All right, so now we have advantage on our attack. We gained 1 experience because we have an adjacent ally. So we can attack for advantage wound, targeting the elite imp adjacent to us. Now, +2 would have been nice, but oh well. So +1, yeah, if we'd had taken the other attack, we would have had the kill here. God, yeah, we played poorly. That's annoying. That is annoying. But we can't ignore this one now. Mindthief can theoretically hit someone else, because why not? All right, so then the Cave Bear goes, heals for 2, but takes 1 from its wound. So basically, effectively just heals for 1 and gets rid of its wound. Also has some additional shield and retaliate now. At least we're going to get stunned for next turn now, which is nice. All right, and the next step is the Mindthief. So the Mindthief is going to use the bottom of Dark Frenzy as a gain 1 experience, create a new ice, move 3, attack 3. 1, 2. Guess no reason not to go here instead of here. This gives more choice. Sure. And now our attack 3 should be on. Who? I guess if we hit this one, if we do, okay, we'd have to get a +1. If we get a +1, then it'll die to the wound plus stun combo before it ever goes. That seems reasonable. That accomplishes, I think, more. I mean, this has 2. Normally, we wanted to hit the Cave Bear because it doesn't have any shield, and we're making it, a small attack 3. But here, the Cave Bear actually has 2 shield, exceptionally. So I think I'd rather just hit an imp. The imps are also kind of more threatening than the Cave Bear in a different sort of way, more annoying to kill at least. So yeah, we'll do our attack 3 on Dark Frenzy, targeting imp number 9. Yes. Sorry, I was just considering something else, but anyway, it's irrelevant for the time being. All right, nice, we got the +1. So that gives us 2 damage on this imp, actually, which puts it down to 2. Okay, and then we use the top of Frigid Apparition, consuming the old ice, gaining 1 experience, and this gives us an attack 5 stun, targeting this imp, because again, this one will die from its wounds. There's just but hitting it oh no, we don't want the summon to go up and attack the bear because the bear has retaliate now. So no, better than summon just wastes an attack here. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we'll attack this one. The stun is free. I'm not sure if that might change our plans a little bit, but we'll see about that afterwards. Should also probably use this healing potion in a second here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Well, 1 down all. Unfortunately, it was on the bigger attack, but that's okay. So our attack does no damage there, but it does stun. And I think we should just use our healing potion now. I think we're going to need this. Admittedly, it can be used to get rid of the wound, but we've also still got Empathetic Assault's bottom. So we heal for 3 with our healing potion. So what's interesting now, and I think this is actually correct, it sucks because we're going to lose our bottom heal now, but I think the Tinker is actually supposed to move up. Well, anyway, the Tinker's summon goes first. So the summon simply makes an attack 2 here. Maybe we get rid of a curse. That's what we really want here, is just draw a curse. Or regular miss. I guess that's fine. Didn't change too much. So no damage on there. So now it's the Tinker's turn. I really did want to use this bottom heal, and unfortunately, yeah, I actually do think I will probably start investing in getting a Cloak of Pockets plus some more small items. I'll try getting a Major Ham as well. I need to actually create it, though. But I wish I had more slices of ham, because I would like to use the bottom of Auto Turret here and ham it. Because it's going to suck to lose the bottom heal 3, which is so free here and so good. But what we can do now is actually we can move up like this, and then we can hit all 3 of these. Rather than here, we can only hit these. Now, hitting these, it only stuns 2 rather than 3. How much does this actually matter? Either way, we're getting all the wounds. So I guess the only question then is how much more valuable is stunning this one? I guess that's actually not really very valuable, right? According to playing the way, with the ECO interpretation, the only thing this one will do is just strengthen the bear. Which doesn't actually matter. Yeah, all right, that matters, but ideally we're not getting hit by the bear next turn anyway because the bear is super scary. So yeah, actually, no, we can just stay here. We don't need to move. So we use our heal 3 on the summon, I think. This should keep the summon safer from their attacks, and I believe in the summon. So we're going to use the bottom of Auto Turret to do a heal 3 on the summon. So healing it from 3 up to 6. You go, you dangerous contraption. Exactly. We're always disabling. Oh yeah, no, the bear's getting, yeah, we're stunning, yeah. So it doesn't matter that it's getting strengthened because the stun's there. So yeah, this one literally does nothing. I guess Technically, wounding this one is more valuable than wounding this one because this one's more likely to die sooner, but it's not more valuable than just missing out on heal 3, I think. All right, and so then we're going to use. I guess the better question would be whether we should actually use the Volatile Bomb here, but I think the answer is yes. So we're gonna use the Volatile Bomb with our stun shot attack. So we get attack 1, wound, range 3, stun. We target here, and we're gonna expand it like this. So the ordering here really doesn't matter, but we'll do Imp 2, Imp 9, and then Bear 2. These all have 2 shields, so these attacks are unlikely to do anything except draw curses, which is great. Okay, so none of the attacks did anything, but we did get rid of one of our 2 curses, which is nice. And so there's a stun here, and there's a stun here, and they're all 3 wounded. Look at those wounds piling up. All right, and so then we're done. And so then the imps go. All right, so this one will strengthen. Well, I guess technically it does. It does do something actually. It strengthens. No, because it's going to lose it. Yeah. So this one strengthens everything, but then this goes after, so it just gets rid of the strengthen. So then, oops, no, we shouldn't be getting rid of these. Oh no, this one stays. Whoops, yeah, just making mistakes here. This dies, and this was the Scoundrel's wound. So the Scoundrel actually heals for 1. And then this takes 1 damage and loses its stun. And this takes 1 damage and loses its stun. I guess the only way this lives now is if the imps do their annoying heal. God, anything they do is annoying. God, imps. Imps. All right, and so that's fine. And that's the end of the round. That's true. They would heal the bear. That's right. That's a good call. Even if they do the heal. Yeah, they'll definitely heal the bear. So yeah, there's no risk. That one should die. All right. So what's our plan now? Well, the bear is stunned. Be good to stun some of these imps, right? Or to do something to the imps. Oh, we have this stun, but I guess number 1 was. Oh yeah, number 1 is strengthened. Good call. That's actually correct because 8 will strengthen it after, so it keeps it strengthened. Good catch. So let's see here. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. So we can either stun this turn or next turn. I think I'd rather use Empathetic Assault first, since that way we'll have Strengthen when we use Perverse Edge. Although I guess next turn we might need to move to attack, whereas this turn we don't. This turn we can hit this one plus stun, this one. I guess Empathetic Assault will always affect 2 attacks. I guess that just means we need to save Corrupting Embrace, but that's fine, because Corrupting Embrace is better served hitting the bear anyway. So we can actually just do these 2 things this turn. This allows us to do just a generic top attack hitting here, and then a stunning attack on this imp, presumably. Or maybe this imp, we'll see. Depends. But yeah, that's actually fine. So what is the Scoundrel up to? Scoundrel doesn't have very good actions, unfortunately. Not very good actions at all. Going there and poisoning both of them is good. Can we do that before the Mindthief goes? No, not really. Is there any world in which we're going to be able to execute this one anytime soon? No, we don't have any jump, so not really. Poisoning one, no, poisoning both of them is still just better. So let's just try to poison both of them and I guess fire off a swift bow attack. Not really doing anything better here. This feels pretty bad. Yeah, getting rid of flanking strike sucked. This was a bit of a mistake. It was too greedy. Too difficult to use the execute effectively against packs of imps. Should have played around that. So the Mindthief is not using ice here, and it's not moving, so we can actually give the Mindthief cards back. Ooh, yeah. That is great. And then what are we doing on top? Don't really have anything very effective. I guess we'll just use Hook Gun as an attack range 2. I mean, with the poison, it'll do 1 damage, which is really better than anything else we're doing. We can try, otherwise we can move up and then pull this one out so that then the Scoundrel could go in, but then still both people need to go in to get the execute. And it's just to execute a regular imp, which is not really the most threatening thing we're facing right now. So I think it's better to just do this, since we don't have to move and we give 2 cards back. I think that's just more valuable. And then theoretically, like next turn, we can maybe use Disintegration Beam or something. All right. Let's go. Ah, there it is. Their most threatening attack when they're not stunned now. Like if they'd done this last turn, it would have been much less painful for us because we actually stunned a giant clump of them. Here, we won't have a giant clump of them stunned, although more of them are kind of dead here, but oh god, I hate imps. This is kind of crazy, right? I mean, this is one of their most useless things, although again, they managed to, I mean, I'm definitely on board with Themris's sentience of their decks. Isaac has created a game that's spiraled out of his control, right? He's created a monster, actually. The one turn when we're stunning, they do this, and then every other turn thus far, they've done multi-target curse, and then multi-target poison. They're most threatening cards. I mean, 3 of their 4 turns have been the most painful stuff that they can do. Imps. This is why they're the most annoying enemies in the game. All right. Well, anyway, nothing to it but to do it, right? We begin with Cranium Overload by attacking the adjacent imp with just the top of Cranium Overload as an generic attack 4. All right, +1. This gives us 3 actual damage. Bring this down to 3. Ugh, close to killing, but not quite, right? I guess the summon will attack. We can hope for the best. Or maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe we can do some things here. Maybe we can kill that, actually. Oh no, the summon will go after, but maybe the Scoundrel can do it? We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, then we create a new ice, gain 1 experience, and use Perverse Edge as an attack 1 range 3 stun. We're definitely going to stun this one because it's strengthened. So targeting Elite Imp number 1. Curse? Would have been great to see a curse there. Alright, so this one's stunned. Accidents, always got Angry Face, all 3's big attack. Back to my Piercing Bow. Oh yeah. That is definitely a nice combo against these, without a doubt. I also hate them so very much. Alright. So then it is the Scoundrel's turn. So what are we doing here to be effective? No matter what, we have to get a +1 while hitting this. It's kind of the same either way, right? We can either do our range attack first, or we can move up and do a generic attack. Using a charge of ham doesn't really change anything, doesn't give us an extra turn. So yeah, no matter what, I guess we just use Swiftbow first, just because potentially more information. So we'll make a Swiftbow attack on number 2. Attack 3, range 4. We just need a +1, please +1, please +1. Nice! Oh, that's so big. That is so big. That's great. So that makes it an attack 4. It has 2 shields, so it takes 2 damage and goes into 1. That's really helpful. Nice. All right, then we're going to use the bottom of Visage. Move to here. Trying to tank for the summon. And poison both of these. I'm not going to place the poison on the imp because it is going to die. Well, some good luck with the bad luck, right? All right, now the imps go. So number 1 is stunned, loses the stun and the strengthen. Number 2 takes 1 damage from its wound and dies. Oops. Number 9 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So the targets are going to be Scoundrel and then Mindthief. So each one of these is going to be an attack 2 poison curse. First on the Scoundrel, then on the Mindthief. So 1 damage. Of course, the damage is not the painful part. Fortunately, the Scoundrel is better suited to dealing with... I mean, not the curses. The curses are disastrous for the Scoundrel, but the poison is not such a big deal since the Scoundrel has the Necklace of Teeth. All right, and then on the Mindthief. So +1, so this makes this a 3. Here goes the poison. Here goes a curse. And 3 damage, down to 7. Ugh. Okay. And then this one goes and dies. Yeah, Thoth, especially given what they flipped as far as well, I'm very happy that I did decide to use. Oh, Mindthief be able to go alone? Presumably by running and jumping and crossing her fingers. It's mostly going to be movement and jumps and invisibility. But anyway, Thoth, what I was trying to say is, yeah, given how viciously these imps have flipped, I'm very happy to have spent the extra loss to get a bit of extra damage on them. This was actually what made the difference here. I mean, basically, if we hadn't done that, there would have been 2 more imps attacking this turn, and that would have been so much worse for us. So it was definitely the right decision. All right. So then the Tinkerer goes. We can have the summon go here or here. We'll have it go here. It's kind of, well, it's still in line of sight, but I guess it leaves the coins open. All right, so it goes there and makes an attack 2 on the bear. +1, so 3. Down to 13. Oh, no, it's poisoned as well. Down to 12, not bad. Well, now we kind of wish we played a heal on the top. They cause so much more attrition if you let them do those stupid little things than if you just spend resources stopping them. Yeah, no, I mean, I generally agree. I'm just, it's not like I said, it wasn't playing an additional loss that I was concerned with. It was the cost of a loss, which was specifically a move, but it still ended up being correct. I was just afraid of going down to effectively 1 move card on the Tinkerer when having to make it all the way to here, you know? All right. So we can hook gun the bear by moving, or we can just use the bottom of Volatile. As crazy as it is, I mean, when not playing with stamina potions, the real stamina potions, the bottom of Volatile Concoction is so very powerful, which just shows how broken stamina potions are, right? The bottom of Volatile Concoction is so very powerful that I would actually be much happier to give up a top action and get to use this bottom action, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'll consume the ice, and the Mindthief is actually within range 2 of me, so I'll let the Mindthief recover 2 discard cards. This scenario is especially punishing and making sure you always have a move. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we get to recover 2 cards. Which ones should those be? That's a good question. So we don't have ice, so a stun is not great. I mean, so Frigid Apparition isn't great. We kind of wanted to do this turn. I mean, it should always be Perverse Edge, right? This should always be one of the cards. So I guess we kind of want a top to pair with that, because then our plan is to go with Empathetic Assault probably to here, and just try to destroy this turn, and then stun one of these the following turn with our bottom. So what is the best top to pair with? I guess we won't have ice, but we could also have ice created for us. I mean, we do have these minor mana potions. I should just create it now. What if we did that instead? And then we use this the following turn. But this is best attacking the bear, not the imps. And we kind of need to kill the bear first, I think. We only won the last moment possible with a combination of Hail Mary item uses and huge jumps. Yeah, this can be a difficult scenario without a doubt. I still think that's actually probably correct to take this now as well. We'll see how exactly we're going to use it. So now we're definitely taking that. The question is whether we should use the power potion or the mana potion now to create ice, and then Frigid Apparition this coming turn, or whether we should save the Frigid Apparition for 1 turn. I think saving the Frigid Apparition for 1 turn is probably fine. The goal is going to be to try to kill this coming turn, which by using the summons attack plus our attacks plus the Scoundrel's attacks should happen. So just by doing that, we should get the kill on this, which is basically the same as stunning one of these, except this is, at this point, I mean, it does definitely do more damage. So I would say it is more threatening at this point, since we're on top of it, all of us. So yeah, I think I'd not use the potion now, and I can actually just use the potion next turn to then be able to Frigid Apparition the following turn. So I think this works. Yep. All right, so then the Cave Bear goes, loses the stun, and takes 1 damage from wound. Okay. Now Scoundrel is still doing a whole lot of nonsense, but I mean, this scenario is really about longevity, so I definitely prefer to just play my 2 cards and still just, make an attack 3 effectively. Ooh. So actually, yeah, the bottom of Restorative Mist is quite good here. Gives us good initiative, which is important for the summon attacking before the bear, and we can actually move up to here and heal both of them. What do we do with the top? Fortunately, we don't have a top attack. Is that okay? I mean, a top range attack. So let's see. The summon hits for 3. The Scoundrel hits for 3. This puts us down to 5. The Mindthief makes 2 advantage attacks. The problem is all the curses in the Mindthief's deck. It's a little unpredictable, but yeah, we should still kill it. Even if one of the 2 Mindthief attacks misses, it still actually gets a kill. So we can do that, and then actually just do a bigger heal while the poison is removed from the Mindthief after we're using the bottom to remove it. So that's perfect. And again, for 2 advantage attacks here, we should be good. All right. Let's go for it. Hopefully it doesn't go too early. 80 again. Man, they just keep reflipping the same stuff. TTS has not had a lot of variety this scenario, that's for sure. I mean, this is fine. This is perfectly happy to see both of these things. These are both pretty nonsense, so. This is definitely a good turn for us. All right, Mindthief's up first. We use the bottom of Empathetic Assault. We're actually going to not have the... I mean, we're already going to have the poison removed. Whatever, it's just going to be heal 1 then. That's fine. So we're going to use Empathetic Assault. Oh, we need to move to here. I guess the Tinker can use her boots. Gets her 1... use his boots. It gets him 1 further, and we can long rest soon. We're not only short rest, are we? No, it's 7 or few experience, right? Yep, that's fine. So we're going to use Empathetic Assault moving to here, because we really do actually want to move to here so that we can use the top of Frigid Apparition and the bottom of Ferocious Edge next turn. So we'll move to here, grabbing this coin, using Empathetic Assault. So this heals 2, which removes our poison, and we get Strengthen. And then we're going to use the top of Corrupting Embrace, targeting this bear twice. So we have advantage, so these will be 2 attack 4s, the second one muddling, because he's already poisoned. Both with advantage. Okay. Ooh, all right. I was afraid seeing the miss that the next card was going to be a curse. That's pretty fortunate. So we got a +2 on a 4, so 6. On a 5. I wouldn't even mind seeing 2 curses here, to be honest. All right. That's fine as well. So get rid of a curse. Would have been happy to see them. One of the last scenarios we played had a lot of snakes, and they flip their +2 attacks if targets adjacent to another monster card 5 turns in a row. Oof, yeah, that can be rough with them, because they do travel in packs. All right, so we had a -1 on a 4, so a 3. Puts it down to 2, so it still needs 1 attack to finish off, but that's easy enough. Yeah. I mean, we could use our top heal here, because then the summon will just finish it. The summon attacking into one of these is kind of useless, although if it gets a +1, it still does something. But the biggest thing is actually just by using a generic attack, we actually... I was going to say, we heal anyway. And we're also getting healed 1 by the Tinker when the Tinker moves up, so it's just worth it to actually just attack. So in that case, which would we rather use for a bottom? I guess the summon needs to go here, so we don't... so that it can be attacking, so we don't actually want to move there. Yeah, I think the best is to actually just do it like this. So we're going to actually use the top of Special Mixture as a generic attack 2. So an attack 3, targeting the bear, because the bear is poisoned. Okay. So 4, so we kill the bear. We get a heal for 1, which removes our poison. Because of our necklace. And then we're going to use the bottom of Smoke Bomb, actually. So if we pull this, it doesn't change anything, right? It just makes it closer, making it easier to kill. Because we're all going to get muddled no matter what anyway from this one. So yeah, that's fine. So we'll pull that using Smoke Bomb. I think that's better than, than stepping onto the coin, because the Tinker is going to get the coin anyway. Okay, so then the Tinker goes. So first, the summon attacks the regular, which is also an easier target to kill, so there's an advantage of that. All right, +1, not bad. Sorry, excuse me. A little bit of water down the wrong pipe. All right, so we get 1 damage on this. And then the Tinker is going to use the bottom of Restorative Mist to do a move to heal 1, affect all adjacent allies. We're going to use our boots. We're going to be long resting soon for sure. So 1, 2, 3 onto the coin. This does a heal 1 on both adjacent allies. So Mindthief heals for 1. Scoundrel heals for 1. And then the top of Stamina Booster as a heal 4, also on the Mindthief. Beautiful. All the way back up to full. And the Imps go. So 1 is going to be strengthened. Mindthief is going to be muddled. All of us are going to be muddled, actually. And the cave bear was eliminated. So, the Scoundrel could long rest. It's pretty free. It would just give us our boots back, which would certainly be nice. We're not really doing any effective attacks here, but we do get a check mark for not long resting. So I think we will just try a short rest. I think we can probably still beat... I mean, this room was... It started tough for us, but... And we've had to expend a fair amount of resources, but I think we're still in a pretty decent spot to beat this scenario. Like, I think we're still what I would call ahead of the curve at this point. So I think we can afford to be greedy. Accordingly, I think it's okay for me to do a short rest here to try to get my check mark. Oh, God. The targeted losses on move? No, I think I actually can't lose that. I think I'll pay 1 to reroll, to be honest. All right, yeah, that's much, much better to lose. Although, admittedly, the invisibility could be helpful, just going into the last room to step on the pressure plate, but I still think it's fine to go like this. Okay. So, Mindthief turn is already planned. Oh, we forgot to use the potion. Oh, we're not going to be able to do a top stun. Well, that's okay. Guess it kind of worked out, because our attack 5 here should be 3 damage, which should kill this. And then we'll stun the elite, although, unfortunately, with the number of curses in our deck, not guaranteed that we hit. I mean, I guess, no, we've got the disarm here, so that's okay. And I guess we want to make sure we keep this, although we're going to long rest almost no matter what anyway, but then we'll just do a generic attack here. No reason to short rest early. We're not in a very threatening position right now. As for the Scoundrel, so I guess we're going to hope that the Mindthief gets a kill here. The Mindthief goes at 8, so we can go at 11. And then... No, I guess it's better to do this. We can actually use this attack, because this way, no matter what, we can get the wound on the elite, which is the more threatening enemy, and the more difficult to kill. What do we do with the bottom? Gain advantage, but meh. All the coins are gone. Don't really have anything to do with the bottom, right? I guess counteracting the muddle is okay. Otherwise, we can poison the adjacent one, but we're going to poison it. If we use this, we're going to poison it after we go, which just feels bad. Sure, let's just get advantage, I guess, on our attack. I mean, counteract the muddle. Okay, well, for once, not doing something too scary. Although, of course, in a turn that really doesn't matter. All right, Scoundrels first. We're going to do a move forward Flurry of Blades. We're just going to move back to where we are, gaining advantage on all our attacks this round. We're going to use Burning Oil, gaining 1 experience, creating Fire, doing attack 4, range 3 wound, targeting number 1. We're muddled, but we have advantage, so this just counteracts, and we just get an attack 4. All right, so 5. This means 3 actual damage, putting it down to 6, and putting a wound on it. And then we're done. So next up is the Mindthief. So we're going to use Frigid Apparition simply as an attack 5, targeting the regular imp, number 8. Yep. All right. Well, it's going to get to go. That's annoying. But it's okay. And then we're going to use the bottom of Perverse Edge. Did we already gain our experience? No, we did not, right? Because now it's red here. Gaining 1 experience, creating ice. So we do an attack 1, which stuns, targeting the elite imp. Did we? Oh no, we didn't flip 2 cards. We were supposed to, right? No. Because we had Strengthen and Muddle, yeah. So it's the same thing here. Now we get the +1. Order! Classic. I should have asked. I should have known better. All right, so this is gone, and this is gone. And we put a stun on that elite. Here. All right, then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So first it's going to be the Summon, which attacks here. Come on. With Muddle, I don't think there's any world in which we're killing this. Target again! Chalk another one up, ECO. God, this is ridiculous, right? Just punishing. And the worst part is, if this had been 2+1s, this would be strictly better here, because then we would actually get 1 damage right now. Because here, in the case of ambiguity, we just take the first one drawn on our disadvantaged attack. Whereas if this was actually the +1, we would get 1 damage on the imp. So useful 0, useless 3. So no damage. We get an extra target and a +0 for our summons attack. Now it's the Tinkerer's attack. We're going to use the top of Net Shooter just as an attack 2 to punch, targeting the imp. Yeah, exactly. All right, disadvantaged. This would have been nice, actually. Unfortunately, the disadvantage got us. So that was actually good for once in this party. So we got a +1 in the end, since the second one is strictly worse than the first. So this one goes down to 2, getting 1 damage from our disadvantage attack here. Their muddle being brutal here. And, well, I guess the muddle wouldn't have changed anything there. Here, it costs us 2 health. And then we're just going to use the bottom of Disintegration Beam to move in place and disarm you. And then the imps go. So this one just loses its disarm. This one loses its stun. Oops. Its stun. And its strengthen. And goes down to 5. Okay, so how are we actually killing these things? So we do actually have to do that, right? Well, the Scoundrel can kill the front one with this easily enough, and then can move up and poison the back one. So this seems fine. We still have to hit the back one. The Tinker 100% needs to long rest here. It's 3 items to refresh, it's missing health, so this seems really good. The question is whether the Mindthief should long rest. I think we don't need to long rest here, because the Mindthief can actually be effective in helping to kill this. At the same time, it is important to choose what we lose here, because the Mindthief is going to have the most difficult job going forward. So I think we are going to long rest, and I guess we can bring back Mind's Weakness. It makes it more difficult for us to reroll on a short rest, though. But we can use Mind's Weakness to attack. No, it's better to just not use Mind's Weakness to attack, then we just waste less time. Yeah, we'll just use a Hammond Potion charge, it's fine. Alright, so let's just short rest. Alright, I'm actually perfectly fine with losing Hostile Takeover. I think that's actually what I would have chosen, so that was a really nice short rest. Very, very nice. Alright, so we have Ice, so we should definitely be using Frigid Apparition here to hit this enemy. And what else? I guess we should use Empathetic Assault so that we can actually deal damage to it. We don't have anything to heal, but getting Strengthened is pretty significant with the number of misses still in our deck. And we go after the Scoundrel, yep, so it'll be poisoned as well. Alright, looks good. There it is again. Still being vicious imps they are. Anywho, Scoundrel first, so we're going to gain 1 experience and use Flanking Strike. So this gives us an attack 5, targeting the imp adjacent to us. Yeah, miss there would have been rather bad. Fortunately, it was not a miss. And we heal for 1, thanks to our necklace. Then we're going to use the bottom of Visage to do a move 2. Going to here. Grabbing both of these coins. Scoundrel style. And poisoning this enemy. Do we need? Yeah, we do need to ham at some point, though. I guess next turn. Okay, so then next up is the Mindthief. So we're going to use Empathetic Assault first. We're just going to move in place. Healing ourselves for 2, although it does nothing but strengthening ourselves, which is significant, like I said, with all the losses in our deck, or the misses in our deck. Then we're going to use Frigid Apparition. We're going to consume the ice and gain 1 experience. So we're going to do attack 5 plus 1 from the poison. So attack 6, advantage stun, targeting the elite imp. Yeah, we got rid of a curse because of the strengthen, so that's nice. Even if the attack would have been fine to begin with, it's still obviously nice to get rid of a curse. All right, so our attack becomes an 8, which kills. And drops the coin here. All right, imps are eliminated. And the Tinker does his long rest. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Heal for 2. Beautiful long rest. And choose a card to lose. Definitely want to keep this. Heals are useful while moving since we're going to spend a lot of time running. We have to spend a lot of time moving, so this is a fair consideration as well. Actually, let's just get rid. No, there can be traps in the last room. This can be useful. I mean, this is never going away. This is still a better bottom action, I think. I mean, bottom actions are also just kind of not good. Yeah, I think it actually probably should just be Volatile Concoction at this point, to be perfectly honest. We need to keep moving constantly now. Net Shooter is going to be nice because it can be decent against the Stone Golems, although obviously they can juke you, but still. Well, unfortunately, this summon is never doing anything again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just the biggest move. And we need to ham something back, but that's fine. Should we use the biggest move right away, or should we use a smaller move? I mean, I guess, no, better to save a move 4 jump for afterwards. Yeah, we'll just use a move 5 here. Moving towards the door, and whatever play we play on top, it doesn't really matter, because we're just going to ham it back. This is just a fine opportunity to use a ham. Same thing here. We're going to... I guess the Tinker doesn't have that many moves, so we can actually use a big... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't work. We're 1 short. Oh no, this is 3 movement. It does work. Oh no, our boots are used! Ah! Curse you, not long resting, stupid battle goal. Because we'd really actually like to make it into the trap next turn so that we could use the top heal special mixture. But this doesn't work, unfortunately. Tinker has 2 move 4s, so he's going to have some turns not moving, but that's fine. So I guess the plan is then actually... So one of our turns is going to be a move 3, one is going to be a move 5 for the Scoundrel. It's always the same. So we can actually just use the move 3 first with Swiftbow and just play, you know, the top of Open Wound, for example, just to ham it back. Because then we're going to get Open Wound plus Special Mixture next turn. Fortunately, we're not going to make it with the trap, but so be it. So in that case, no matter what, we're always using one of our move 4s in the Tinker here. And it's better to save our heals until after we get into the traps, because the traps are just going to deal straight damage. So we'll keep both of our top heals, so we can just play some cards that we don't really care about in the meantime. I mean, this is the most obvious example of that. All right, so let's go. So 5 from the Mindthief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Go to that. And then use the top of Dark Frenzy as a generic top. Use a slice of ham and get it back. It's funny how it works with the ham too. The fact that it's really, I mean, so after playing last time, I thought that I really would like to have more ham on the Mindthief and Scoundrel, and I didn't want any more at all on the Tinkerer. And here I actually wanted much more on the Tinkerer, more than I wanted more on either of the other people. I guess it's really scenario dependent. But I think this makes this, I mean, like, it definitely feels like a balanced item. I'm definitely happy with it, with where it is. I think Fifth Guy had an excellent suggestion, and I've been very happy since playing with it. I think it's a very reasonable fix. All right, so Swiftbow as a move 3 loot everything we move through. 1, 2, 3, and then we just play the top of Open Wound as a generic top. And use a slice of ham to get Open Wound back. Okay, and then the Tinker goes and we do a move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The summon doesn't move because there's nothing to focus. All right, that's the end of the round. So the Scoundrel does this. Tinker, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we can't make it into these this turn, even if we were to use our boots either. So we're just using a move 4, and yeah, I mean, just throwing away another card. We're just gonna, I guess there might be a turn where we don't move. So actually, let's just throw away this for now. It's possible that we have that. All right, so the Mindthief should go up top now. Is there a card that we would actually want to play for a top action? Not really. I don't think so. We should use a bigger move, I think. Creating Dark doesn't really change anything. Oops, place these in the wrong place. But I guess creating Dark first can potentially allow us to use a better Dark Frenzy the following turn. So I guess for now we can just use Perverse Edge and keep Feedback Loop again for a bigger move. Speaking of ham, after about 25 games across 8 classes, our fix for stamina potions, no stamina potion items exist. Everyone gets one basic stamina potion effect, one time per scenario. This effect cannot interact with any item or fresh effects. Has no wonky or unexpected interactions, and is kept this simple and moving forward without being broken. Yeah, that's fair. I'm happy that that solution's worked out for you as well. All right, let's go. So Mindthief goes first. We're going to do move 4 jump, creating a dark. Yeah, I understand. Allows for more item diversity. All right, we have 1 elite baron here. Just do the non-moving stuff, maybe? -1 move. Don't think that'll do it for me, unfortunately. So 4 movement. So we moved 2 already, so we have 2 more movement. I think I actually prefer just going like moving back 1 here. If I run in, I'm just going to get mauled by this bear. I'd have to pop my invis already, but I'd rather hold off on my invis for now. I think just moving back and drawing the bear up and then trying to maybe hope that the bear doesn't move next turn and we run past it, something like that is just better. Actually, now I forgot that there was a bear in here. I actually wish I had hostile takeover. Fortunately, we do not. A stun of some sort would also be good, but anyway, so we'll just go there. I guess the summon is going to start running up, so theoretically the summon might also tank for us. Nice. Good, useful summon. Did we ever end up healing it back? We did. It's full 6 health, although unfortunately that doesn't do anything against the thing that attacks for 7 or 8, but still. Alright, 5 move from the Scoundrel on the bottom of open wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. So the summon goes 1, 2 up to here, and then the Tinker goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. All right, and then yeah, we did move the summon already. Yep. And the cave bear moves for 4, going 1, 2, 3. I guess I should put it here. This blocks me more. I guess I have jump, so it doesn't really change much. All right. Well, we're going to do the Mindthief's 2 cards. We'll see exactly how we play it, depending on what the bear does. Yeah, the Scoundrel, I guess, wants to short rest again. Oh no! Yeah, that's fine. We just need to keep our big movement. That's the most important thing. So I guess it's this. Yeah, so it's the Scoundrel who moves and tank a trap this turn. Goes to like here or here, and then the Tinker can go here and still reach with the heal, so that works. We can also use our self heal after stepping through. Which of these would we rather use? Well, I don't think it matters too much. The other one's just going to be used for move 5 as well. We can just do it like this. All right, so we go through there. I guess, like I said, there's a possibility I use a bottom heal. I think it seems unlikely. So I'll just play these 2 for now. Not use our boots either. All right, this looks good. Let's go for it. Nice, the non-move from the bear. That is perfect. Couldn't have drawn it up better myself. All right, so Mindthief's first. We do a move 4 jump with feedback loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Then the Scoundrel goes. We do a move 5 with open wound. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the trap does 8 damage to us. But then we're going, yeah, it is 8 damage. Yes, 8, and the traps are just damages. So 8 damage to us, but then we use the top of Special Mixture to heal for 3, so we just take 5. Okay. Then the Cave Bear goes, does nothing because it doesn't move. Beautiful. I think they have 3 where they don't move, but at least 2. Pretty fortunate, though, still. And then the Tinker goes, and we perform move 2 with the bottom Disintegration Beam. And then we have range 3 to use the top of Stamina Booster to do a heal 4 on the Scoundrel, putting the Scoundrel back up to 14. Okay. Well, Mindthief's definitely not long resting here. No doubt about that. I don't think we're about to ham. We can keep Mind's Weakness up. Alright. I mean, Dark Frenzy's nice, but I gotta keep my big moves and my jumps. So I'm fine losing that. Oh, we forgot to move the summon as well. 1, 2. So if we, 1, 2, 3, yeah, if we move into the next room early with the Mindthief, it's difficult to go so early, but 8 should be before the bear moves, hopefully. Cross my fingers. I think they have 1 before this we've seen, but still. We need to use a jump, I think, to go into the next room. Actually, I'm not even sure we need to start with the jump. Maybe it's safer to just do this for now, just to go make sure we go early. By running past, this will cause the bear to run down and face the summon, rather than chasing after us, which is exactly what we want. So what are we doing with our other action? At the top. It doesn't really matter. We need to just keep these 2 cards no matter what, so it's one of these 3. I guess we can theoretically play Empathetic Assault, just because there's a chance that... No, I guess these are our better initiatives, although I don't know how much that matters. Yeah, we can play Empathetic Assault, because there's a chance we need to disarm something. Okay, Tinker plays these 2 cards. We'll see what we do with them, and the Scoundrel is going to go open the door. And I suppose... I guess we can actually try to use Visage. There's a chance that we can use Compass plus Summon to just execute something in this room. This is the last room we actually have to fight in, so it is actually worth trying to... planning around blowing stuff in order to be more effective in this room, because it's the last room which would be very terribly difficult for us. All right, Cave Bear standard stuff. So it's actually the Scoundrel goes first. So we can do a move 5 on the bottom of Flanking Strike. So 1 to here. All right, so what's in this room? Ah, corpses! The Mindthief went the wrong way! No! I mean, the Mindthief had to go up because there are... I thought this would be the Stone Golem room, but I guess it's the next room, which is the Stone Golem room. All right. We have 1 elite. We started a reaction to auto-include standard potions felt, so we implemented that, I think, Prosperity 3. Okay. All right. So then we have our line of traps. I mean, this is still going to be all right that the Scoundrel's here. We're going to be able to do kind of all the sort of things we want to do here. It's just it just feels bad because it would have been nice to get the other kill on the Mindthief, but it always had to be the Mindthief to go to the top. The Scoundrel and the Tinker don't have enough jump. Well, or any jump. Which is therefore not enough, obviously. All right, let's set the hells. So 21 and 14. All right. Let's see what they're up to. Maybe some dirtling? No, not dirtling. All right. Well, may take some hits here, but that's okay. So we still have a bunch of movement left, right? Yes. Yes, yes, good, good. So we always need to compass the elite, because it's the one that touches both of them. I think I don't mind taking 1 attack. But if we execute the one that's next to us, we actually take 2 attacks. Is there any way we don't take 2 attacks? So the idea is we're always going to move to the side either to here or to here or here. And then we're going to move the elite through 2 traps with the compass. If we go here, the elite goes here. We summon here. We execute. The elite walks up and attacks. Then this comes up and attacks us. If we go to either of these places, it's the same thing, right? Because this will be dead. So the elite will walk up to here and attack, and then the regular... No, I guess it won't. Yeah, actually, if we do it like this, it's best. Because the elite will actually attack our summon, which we place here, because it'll have lower initiative than us. And then after the elite kills our summon, the elite will be here. The regular can only go to here and can attack nothing. So this is actually, yeah, the correct way to do this. All right. So we move to there with the flanking strike, and then we're going to use the compass. We're going to move the elite like this, and then like this, performing a move 2. So this is 16 damage to the elite, putting it down to 5. Pretty easy to finish that off as well. Compass, amazing item. And then we're going to use our Falcon, figurine to summon the Jade Falcon. Right here. We should just turn this off permanently for the other things. So there's 2 health. Okay. And then we're going to use the top of Visage, gaining 1 experience, and executing this. Okay, and so then we're done. Then the Mindthief goes. We're going to use the bottom of Cranium Overload as a move 5. 1. Time to set up this room. Oh, we did need to jump immediately. No! Oh, we made a huge mistake. I thought the lava might have been further away. I didn't remember completely how this room was set up. Oh no, this is so bad. I should have played the jump immediately. We're trying to be greedy. We got punished. I thought that basically, like, see the shape of the room? It's been a little while since I've done it, but in my memory, and again, I try not to like cheat. I mean, by cheating, I mean like look ahead at the book. I mean, I play by memory, so if I remember how something is set up, then I try to play off of that, obviously. But I'm not going to double check it. So in my mind, this room was basically reversed, that the lava coals were like this, not like this. So I thought I would be able to move into the room a bit this turn with a non-jump move, and then use the jump move to get over the lava patch and into the next room next turn. Unfortunately, this was not the way it worked out. Do we place 1 too many? Oh no, yeah, there's not one up there, okay. Ugh. This is rough because it's now not going. I mean, if we stay here, it's going to focus us. Ugh. What is the Flame Demon doing? Maybe nothing? Not nothing. Definitely not nothing. Right, how much health does this Flame Demon have? 4. Okay. So, woof. It's the best way to describe what's going on here. Does the Flame Demon have +1 movement or +1 attack? +1 movement. All right, that's good at least. All right. Well, I guess we have to go invisible now. If we don't go invisible, we would have to kind of, even if we go up here, no. There's nowhere we can move in this room that this wouldn't hit us. We would have to run over the coals. Best case running over the coals is going like this, but it doesn't actually get us any closer to the door, and it does 8 damage to us, which is a lot when we only have 12 life, and we don't even have our healing potion anymore. And we would still get hit by this as well, which would still be bad. By going invisible, it's actually going to cause the Flame Demon to run out here after the summon as well, and then we're actually going to be able to just jump past and have the Flame Demon, further away from us, which is quite nice. So yeah, this is. I wanted to wait 1 more turn to go invisible so that I would have it for the last room, but I don't think this is going to be an option. I think I have to go invisible here. Otherwise, this turn is just too bad for me since I didn't play a jump. If I'd played a jump, I guess I wouldn't actually be fine. No, I guess I would have jumped to here. Yeah, and then that would have probably been all right. So it was better to play a jump, but so be it. I could use the disarm as well, but using a loss here doesn't feel very good, especially because I'm within range of retaliate. So I would have to step back, and then we're still getting hit by the bear, or I could disarm the bear, but then it doesn't really accomplish much. The Flame Demon still hits me, and I still play a loss. All right, so we're just going to stop there. We're going to do nothing with the top. We have Ham, but there's no reason to use it here, I believe. So we'll just not use Empathetic Assault. We just move 1 with Cranium Overload, which feels pretty bad, but it is what it is. And the Flame Demon goes, creates fire. There's a move +1, so it has 5 movement and 4 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So it can't. Moving anymore doesn't get it any closer to its target. Right, it already has line of sight from here. Does this change nothing? Yes. So it just moves there. I would have loved to see it move 1 more, but so be it. Okay, so then we're done. 17 is the Tinkerer's turn. The summon runs to its unwitting doom. And we'd have to see a -2 on the bear so that it doesn't die. But the Tinkerer has a turn now. So the Tinkerer gets to perform move 2 of some sort. 1, 2. Room full of calls I didn't know was even there was the one where I fired off 2 huge jumps, starting from a couple spaces outside the door, all the way to the pressure plate in the next room when we did it. I knew those lava tiles were just sitting there, set aside and waiting, so I just threw my biggest jump first and hoped I could find a clear landing spot. Yeah, makes sense. All right. Is it time to pop off with the auto turret? I think so, right? It actually will be kind of helpful in killing these. Not really. It's actually pretty unnecessary. I just want to use the top. It's so fun. I mean, here we would get to make an attack. 1, 2, 3 on this. So it would basically. I mean, yeah, it gives XP. Oh yeah, we don't want XP. Yeah, good call, ECO. Good call. Good call. It would actually give us 3 XP, which would be a disaster. No, no, no. Yep, we can't. We cannot. Welcome back, Timorous. Hope your meeting went well. But yeah, so we don't want to use auto turret. If we move 2 more, then we could use our heal. The Scoundrel is only missing 1 health though. I guess we're missing some health, so it's actually better to just do that on ourselves anyway. And then we would get hit by this, which is otherwise not hitting anything. Oh, rough meeting, sorry. All right, I'll take a look after I'm done here, while I'm in my snack break in between. So yeah, we'll actually just move, I guess, with the 2 we just moved with auto turret, and then we'll use the top of Restorative Mist just to heal ourselves for 3, which is just 2. All right, so then the Cave Bear goes, so +0/+0, so it makes a move 5, attack 7, wound. Going to here, attacking the summon. Ah, the summon lives! This isn't necessarily a good thing, actually. The summon dying. Well, rough meeting, but the roughness was not directed at me and my company. Fair enough. The summon dying was actually better because the Mindthief is going to go late, so the bear would have run further this way. Although I guess we're going to be past the coals, so the bear's always going to run further this way. But I guess the Flame Demon also would have run further this way, which would have been better. So, funnily enough, we actually wanted the summon to die. But oh well. All right, then Living Corpses go. So the Elite Living Corpse will go 1, 2 to here. So it could go here or here, but as usual, I mean, I have no qualms about here. I'm not exploiting ambiguity in any way. I always have melee bruiser type enemies like this get as close to as many of their enemies as possible. So here puts it adjacent to both and makes an attack on the summon. All right, well, summon down, but Falcon did his job. And then this can only move 1, 2 to here. I guess this is so fast, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but this is closer. And lower initiative. Okay. And that's the end of the round. Definitely a short. Oops, this should actually be going. Definitely a short rest for the Tinkerer, I would say. Yeah, that's fine. Need our big movement, need our stuns, stuff like that. Crankbow is tempting here because we could fire it off and just destroy that elite zombie. But again, we just need to keep the movement, so unfortunately that's not happening. I guess the Scoundrel can actually just kill the elite zombie herself. Fortunately, we can't lose disadvantage, so it's just gonna be. Why is that cud gone? Oh, he is. Oh yeah, you're right. It's not actually gone yet. Oh, but we should have it gone. Yeah, I'm just an idiot, right? I do want it gone because I want the Flame Demon to go further. So I actually should just get rid of it right now. So that the summon is gone. Because, again, I'm going to go late with the Mindthief. If the summon is here, the Flame Demon's not going to move. It's just going to attack, which keeps the Flame Demon closer to the Mindthief here. If the Flame Demon starts moving this way, it's never making it to them, but spending 1 turn moving this way puts it further away from the Mindthief. So it's actually just better to get rid of the summon. Poor summon. He ran all the way over there just for this, but still. Okay. Well, anyway, we know exactly what the Mindthief is doing, which is our very late movie jumpy. And as far as the top goes, we just need to keep this. We can play either of these. I guess it's better to save this for the turn we go into the room. We can use a potion to create ice and do some stunning. Okay. So, yeah, we should be able to kill the elite. We're going to make an attack 4 wound. Unfortunately, we're going to be adjacent, so we can't lose disadvantage, but we can give ourselves advantage with this, so it should still normally kill. Only a miss fails. Ugh. It's not terribly unlikely, unfortunately. And so then the Tinker actually just needs to move up, and actually stunning and wounding this one does seem very good. Could also just disarm it, but I guess we can save that for next turn. So yeah, let's get the stun wound started. And I guess we'll just use a small move here. So just something like this is actually fine. I guess the hook could actually pull it into this trap if we next turn do a move 4 and then go there. I guess we would actually have to do a move for this turn then. Because if we do the move 4 plus hook gun next turn, we have very bad initiative. So it's better if we can actually go earlier by playing just a move 2 next turn and then use hook gun. So that actually works. All right, give me a second. I'm going to blow my nose. Sorry. Yeah, I should mute my mic. My bad. I actually take the headset off, so it's pretty far from my head, but I guess it picks up a little bit too well. My bad. I'll have to remember to mute it in the first place. It's kind of annoying. I guess I should just set a hotkey for muting it since I do blow my nose pretty frequently now that it's winter. I'll have to fix that. Good call. I didn't actually know that it was being picked up since I do set my headset like on the far end of my desk when I blow my nose. But thank you for the heads up. My bad. All right. Yeah, I think our turn is pretty well planned out. Ah, I knew it. I knew they would choose not to move. You dicks. And they'll be using ice, but actually, I guess we'll get to create that after, so that's fine. All right. So pretty standard stuff all around. All right. Scoundrel first. We're just going to move in place with Flurry of Blades. There's no reason to go there. So, yeah. We move in place, giving ourselves advantage on all our attacks this round, and then we're going to use Burning Oil, gaining 1 experience, and creating fire. Attacking the elite. So we make an attack 4 wound, targeting the elite. Okay, well that works. That works. So that's dead. And we would heal 1. Actually, yeah, we do heal 1. We're missing 1. Perfect. It just blends in with my own coughing and nose blowing and general wheezing. Homesick from work at the moment. Ah, sorry to hear that, Thaw. Okay, so then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So we have range already to use Stun Shot. So we'll use Stun Shot targeting the regular zombie. Okay, well, 1 damage isn't super impressive, but that doesn't really matter so much. Our goal is just to occupy both pressure plates simultaneously. Yep, that's easy. All right, so a wound and a stun. And then we have a move 4 on the bottom of Crankbow. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. All right, and then the Cave Bear goes. So the Cave Bear has -1 movement, so 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Flame Demon goes, just nothing. And the Mindthief's turn, so we're going to do move 4 jump on the bottom. Oh, Toth, not Thoth. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Thoth? That's what you're trying? I'm just gonna look this up. Thoth. That's what you're saying. Let's see. It, according to Wikipedia, it's Uth. It's either Thuth or Tooth. Toot. Not not an O sound, but an most accounts most likely is Toot. I prefer Thath, as you've been pronouncing it, Gripe. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you supporting my mispronunciation. It is his name, right? However he prefers it. We're gonna go with that. All right. So we're gonna do move 4 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and we lose our invis. I mean, it's not. Well. And then we're done. We were the last person to go. So, oops, we forgot to actually do the corpse's turn here. It's supposed to take 1 from its wound and lose its stun. Fair enough. I do like to think that I pronounce most things correctly, but it's fair that I am probably mispronouncing that one. That I have been mispronouncing that one. No, no, American pronunciation is definitely something to be ashamed of. There's no doubt about it. I'm teasing, of course, well, a bit. All right, so we'd like to kill this turn. Scoundrel has no cards. God. Another short rest. All right, well, another turn not losing one of move 5, so. Well, like I said, I'm an English major, but this is not part of the English language, so. I mean, not an English-based word. Oh, we forgot to create the ice. No, it's fine. We can have the Tinker created for us. You distracted me. Very clever, Themris, trying to sabotage me in this scenario by bringing up a discussion that you knew I couldn't resist, linguistics, so that I would forget to use my minor mana potion. I mean, I could still just go back and do it. The Mindthief was the last one to. Oh no, because he had a short rest. Yeah. Veronica was just looking at a card and wasn't sure if I got the commas right. Well, commas I can definitely do. I spent multiple years learning how to correctly do commas while in university, but anyway. So the pull is pretty obvious. I guess we kind of want to do this. What sucks is the immobilize would actually be good, but we're going to end up pulling it into the trap. Hmm. Or we can just not pull it into the trap. I mean, this is just kind of silly. We should just execute it, right? We don't go towards the next room, but so be it. Not only is language mutable, but it's also the name of a long-forgotten god from a pantheon most know little, if anything, about, even in the part of the world the mythology is native, quibbling over the O sound. And it is far from variety. It's a very fair approach. All right, so we still need to go earlier with the Tinkerer. We have no one left to heal. What a world. We should move towards the door then no matter what. I guess one of us is picking up these coins, which looks like it's going to be the Scoundrel. Yeah, so I think this is fine with both of them. So we can just play that card, I guess, because it's worse going to the next room. I don't know, that really changes much. Is this correct? Add +1 move, +1 attack, and gain 1 experience if your stagger value. No, you don't need a comma before the if or not. The way you have it written currently is correct. All right. Anyway, so moving next to the door. So the other action we play doesn't really matter. I guess we should keep our move disarm because that can theoretically be useful in the next room. Pull is unlikely to be useful in the next room. Yeah, there are no more traps to place. So yeah, the pull will not be useful in the next room. So I guess it's more likely the heal that can be useful. But late initiative can also be valuable. I guess we can just throw away auto turret here. Do I need it after the attack? Oh, so that's called the Oxford comma, right? Yes, exactly, as Themeris points out as well. So this is an optional comma. I also personally prefer it, but it is optional. All right. Let's go. Yeah, I flipped through everything that's supposed to. -1 move, +1, oh, -1 range. Okay, that's fine. All right, so first things first is the Scoundrel. We're going to do a move at the bottom of Flurry. We don't have Ham anymore, so we're just moving here, grabbing both of these coins. And then we're going to use the top of Visage to gain 1 experience and execute this. Executes are quite good in the split up scenarios, no doubt about that. Okay. We're done. Cave Bear goes. Cave Bear doesn't do anything. Heals himself. I don't think he's taking any damage. Then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So the Tinkerer is just going to do generic, some sort of a... Is it an issue if we're a little bit further away and grab this coin? No, I don't think so. I think we're fine to pick up the coin. Let's be greedy. So we're just going to move there and do nothing, except we are going to use our... Except, I guess the risk is... It's kind of dangerous because the Mindthief could just die in the other room, but I think we're fine. All right, let's use our minor mana potion and create ice. So then it's the Mindthief's turn. So we're going to do a move 4 jump with Corrupting Embrace, which also creates dark, interestingly enough. So 1. All right, so what do we need here? We need some coins. We need the chest. And we need is it a regular stone golem? Yes, a regular stone golem. Okay, perfect. The regular stone golem will have 16 health, 2 shield. All right. Let's see what these are up to. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't have it yet, so that's okay. It's a shame because my stun does nothing here, but still going to use it. All right, so we have 3 movement left on Corrupting Embrace. 1, 2, 3. Over here makes sense. We could go to either one of these, but this one's closer to the chest, which is what we're here for. All right. So that also poisons the stone golem. We still have cranium explosion, don't we? We can execute the stone golem anytime we want. So yeah, we're really safe here. I guess there's the flame demon coming for us as well, but it's pretty far. All right. So then we use the top of Frigid Apparition. We consume the ice, gain 1 experience. This gives us an attack 6 stun, targeting the stone golem. Nothing special to use here. More ice. So we got an 8. Putting it down to 10. May not even need to execute it. The stone golem goes. This one's stunned, so it does nothing. Although it wasn't doing anything relevant anyway. Although we now know what the ones in this room are running into are about to do. Oh no, we didn't. We dirtled the snurn. Oh no! Well, I mean, we wouldn't have gotten anyway. All right, living corpse is eliminated, and then the flame demon goes. The flame demon creates a new fire, has -1 movement, so 3 movement. This is definitely closer. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and we end the round. Well, definitely silly to take a long rest with the Mindthief. We can also afford to not bring the Mind's Weakness. Actually, we can if we're just going to execute. Yeah, because I think we should just execute. All right. All right, that's fine. We don't actually have the loot 1 on the Mindthief, though. But yeah, it's definitely going to be execute, step to the chest, and then the following turn, step to the pressure plate and victory dance. Maybe even pick up some coins in this room. We'll see. All right. So Cranium Overload is an execute, so that's free. And then we don't need healing yet, so better to save the healing. Just use the Mind's Weakness, I guess, as a generic, because it doesn't really matter what else we do here. We don't necessarily want too much experience. All right. So now we need to go into this room with them. So we're running ahead with one of our move 5s and tossing out a wound. I guess we'd rather use this move 5 because flanking strike will be better as we're likely to have wounded whatever's in the room. And then the Tinkerer can go late with a move and then maybe heal in case the Scoundrel takes some damage. We've still got boots to try to move almost as much as the Scoundrel. All right, this works. So we still have all of these enemies around. Yes, yes. Okay, here we go. So first things first is the Mindthief. So the Mindthief is going to simply use the top of Cranium Overload as an execute. We did complete our Bella goal as well, by the way. Ours we're working on, and ours we're still working on. So we're going to just simply execute this. Don't get any experience, and it's dead. And I think, yeah, first things first is we should always grab this chest. All right, so we step onto the chest. So 47. But we have armor. It's actually not bad armor to get on the Mindthief, to be honest. It's actually quite fine. So item 104. But ultimately, the double Invis Cloak is just too valuable. This would actually be good on the Tinker if the Tinker had actually been the one to pick it up. So we have this. On the next 5 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain 1 shield. So this is like things like hide armor, except the advantage is that it does not require a perk because it doesn't give negative modifiers. It's not something I think I've ever bought, but picking it up, I'm happy to have it. If the Tinker had picked it up, I would 100% be using it. I don't think I'll spend the 47 gold to buy it, though. Even if it is a free 5 health, it's not that great. Yes, it also doesn't refresh. That's correct. Yeah, no, it's definitely worse on tanky classes than the real armor is. It's just nice for like medium armor. I mean, like medium-y classes. Yeah. All right, so we're done. So then it's the Scoundrel up next. So we're going to play a move 5 with open wound. 1, 2, 3. To the door. Here we get our mountain of coins. We're going to try to loot some out of this, because this is way too tempting to pass up, right? Oh, yes. And then here we've got, oh, geez, 3 stone golems, though. Dear me. Still got our Invis Cloak, though. Wait a second. If we make it to here and we perform a loot too, we get all the coins. Ah, yes. All right. We have 2 movement left. 1, 2, 3, 4, presumably. All right. And they have +1 movement this turn. Perfect. Yeah. So we go 1, 2 like this. Gonna pop our Invis Cloak and go Invis for 2 rounds. Yep. Yeah, fortunately with our Invis, this should be less of an issue. We're going to gain 1 experience, create a new fire, and make an attack 4, range 3 wound. This doesn't really do much, but why not? We'll do it on Stone Golem number 5, I suppose. Yes, you did just hear maniacal laughter. We just realized that we'll be able to perform a loot too and get all the coins. All right, so attacking Stone Golem number 1. Oops, not there, here. Okay, so it's 3 actual damage, putting down to 13, and a wound. All right, and so then we're done. So then the Cave Bear goes. So -1 movement, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try to kill the golems. I'd rather just get the coins and get out of here, rather than trying to milk it too much. So 4 movement on the Flame Demon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that works. So attack -2, but wound. So an attack 2 wound on Mindthief. All right. Fortunately, we have Empathetic Assault at the ready, so we take 2 and a wound. Yeah, I did fail my role-playing check. That's fair. It's more time equity, right? The amount of time it would take to kill 1 stone golem just to get 1 more coin is... Especially, like, if we had maybe the compass plus the summon left, it'd be a little bit different because we could potentially execute 1, but... Yeah. Alright, so +1 movement for the stone golem, so they have 3 movement. Wait. Oh yeah, we are going later. 1, 2, 3. Takes 1 damage. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tinker's turn. So we can actually go ahead and pull one of these. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to kill this one, actually. Why not? Maybe we get a coin then. All right, so we're going to use Hook Gun as an attack 2, range 3, pull 2, targeting the Stone Golem in the front. And no reason to use the goggles just yet. And we can save our stun powder for when it's more relevant as well. Ooh, nice. All right. So that's 3 damage, plus then the pull the trap through the trap does 8, so we get 11 total damage. Putting it down to 1. Looks like we will get a coin after all. In that case, there's not really any reason to move anywhere. Tinker's just destroying people, right? The class that carries. Yeah, so we'll just... I mean, hold on. What are we doing next turn with the Tinker? I mean, I guess we can just Disintegration Beam it, guaranteed, and then grab its coin. Yeah, so, but I guess if we move back, we can always just walk up and grab it. If we're one further away, it just makes us safer from the other golems. Yeah, sure. Let's just go there. We'll just move there with the bottom of Restorative Mist. All right. It's the end of the round. Scoundrel short rests. We just cannot lose our loot too. That's fine. All right, so this is perfect. We need to save the loot 2 for the following turn. But for now, we need to move on to there, but we want to go late as well so the stone golems run away from us. So we just leave this and one of these two. I guess we can, yeah, it doesn't really matter either way. Move 4 is enough. How much XP? Beam gives 1 per kill. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. We can easily beam here without a problem. Okay. So the Mindthief, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. We can use the top, oh no, but we want to heal with Empathetic Assault because it gets rid of this wound. So we should heal with that. So then we don't really have any attacks to do, but that's fine. We'll just heal and move and grab a coin, tank some stuff. We don't want to walk into the trap yet, or the pressure plate yet, because then we would end the scenario preemptively. Yeah, if we go to either of these coins, Perverse Edge isn't going to be very good for us. Plus, we need to keep moving every turn. Whatever, I'll just play one of these cards. Doesn't matter. All right, Tinker, short rest. Sure. Ooh, we can have it all. We can even get our exact 7 experience. We can do Disintegration Beam plus the bottom of Hook Gun as a loot 1. This gives 1 experience here and 1 experience here, and this will actually allow us to pick up the coin without actually having to put ourselves any closer to the stone golems, and we'll gain exactly 1 experience. So it'll be perfect. Which will put us exactly at 7, which is the maximum we can get to. Could not be more ideal. All right. Flame Demon making an attack, which doesn't matter too much. So who's up first? First is the Mindthief. So Mindthief is going to take 1 from the wound, but then heal 2, so it just goes up 1, gets rid of the wound, and we're going to move with Empathetic Assault to here, grabbing this coin. Because this way it won't hit us. The fire, I think, should have been consumed, but it doesn't really matter. All right, then the stone golems go. They have +1, so this one dies to its wound. We actually don't get to do 1 experience now, but oh well. So where are the other ones? It's +1 movement, so 3, and they each suffer 1 damage. That doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Depriving us of 1 experience. Oh well. Cave Bear goes, doesn't move. Tinker's turn. I mean, there's no point in using this top here, so we'll just use the bottom Hook Gun, gaining 1 experience. This is lost. Oops, this is lost. And we get the coin, which is under this stone golem. Okay. Then the Flame Demon goes, it attacks in a line as well, so it does nothing. And then it's the Scoundrel's turn, so we're just going to perform the bottom move, going to here. And this is gone. All right, so we're gonna milk 1 more turn here. The sole reason for that, of course, being that the Mindthief can pick up 1 more coin. I think this coin, I mean, I am greedy enough for that coin. It just costs us 1 turn to get it, so why not? So play these 2 cards. Initiative doesn't matter so much. Tinker, we have no, oh, we can actually gain 1 experience. All right, we can net shooter one of them. Haha, take that. They thought they'd steal my experience. Little do they know. All right, so we'll do it like this. But best possible initiative. Net shooter just 1. All right, let's go. So first up is the Scoundrel. We gain 1 experience playing the bottom of Burning Oil. I don't understand how Burning Oil performs a loot 2, but I'll take it. Non-loss loot 2 on bottom. Yeah, totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. I mean, even if it was a loss here, I guess it wouldn't have changed anything, but still. But still, just for the rubbins. All right, Mindthief goes. We're gonna, I guess, use Frigid Apparition to gain 1 experience. We're not in any danger of running out of cards here. So yeah, Frigid Apparition, gain 1 experience, do a move 4 stun, 1 adjacent enemy, doesn't matter, we just go here. I mean, oh no, I agree completely, Thoth. And that's actually that was something. So when I first started working on on the Aeromancer, I needed. I mean, I tried as hard as I could to try to line up both, but it just didn't work as often as I would have liked. And then I actually asked Isaac about that when he did the Ask Me Anything, and he did specifically say he just he did his best to try to match one. The Ask Me Anything, yeah. Oh, trying to match both, yeah. It was fun, but at the end of the day, I just accepted when I couldn't, especially after Isaac, like I said, himself said that he would try to match one. If he could get both, it was a bonus, but most of the time he didn't. So yeah, I agree. But it like I said, it's more, many times I can accept that one of the two actions has nothing to do with the name, but here it's again it's kind of what you're saying there, Thought, that sometimes they spectacularly fail. It's not so much that it has nothing to do with the name; it's just how opposed the loot action is to the name. You know, the top evokes the name perfectly, the bottom it's just very strange with it. But like you said, ECO, I guess it's because the oil you're tossing is actually melted gold. All right. So then it's the Tinkerer's turn. So we're going to use Net Shooter. We're going to gain 1 experience and lose this. So we're going to shape it just like this. So we just immobilize this front golem, making attack 3. Attack really doesn't matter. The damage I'm not going to track because it's also insignificant. Then we're going to do a move 2 with Restorative Mist, going 1-2. So this is immobilized. But sure, the generic loot and move actions often don't match the names. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's another. I mean, to be fair, it was easier for me to do this since I designed top down, unlike you with the Aeromancer. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, your comment, Themris, of needed a strong bottom since the top is so weak for burning oil is a fair point. I don't like what. Let's go grab the other Scoundrel level 6 card. Crippling Poison, right? I mean, I guess the bottom here is good as well. Yeah, it's fair, I suppose. It almost feels like this is just unnecessary. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't think it's necessarily bad balance. Like if, for example, doing the rebalance, I probably wouldn't change this. I think it's fine. It's just so gratuitous, right? I mean, almost every other class in the game doesn't really ever get better than a loot 1, um, unless it's a loss. There are a little bit of exceptions, but generally not. Whereas the Scoundrel already has a great level 1 loot card, and then just casually gets this one thrown in as well. You think it's not fine? Yeah, I don't know. I guess to me, I have more difficulty balancing looting related things than other things, right? It's easy to understand the value of numbers when they're related to combat, but it's difficult to quantify exactly how powerful it is to gain time by having someone loot. Especially because in a lot of parties, like here playing solo, as long as I have one person get all the coins, I'm happy. And that's actually how I felt when I played with Jessica as well. As long as someone got the coins, we were always happy. It didn't matter which one of us it was that got him. But I guess in a lot of parties, it's not like that as well. Loot should be enhanceable. It's completely fine to me if the classic thief class has multiple good loot cards. I mostly mean the top needs a little nerf. I don't think the top needs a nerf. I think it's fine as is. I mean, it's a level 6 card, which does the same thing as your level 2 card. Well, the effect is the same as your level 2 card. Doesn't require the adjacency bonus, and it's range, so it's obviously a lot better, but I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's a problem. I mean, yeah, admittedly, I guess I use this like every single time I can, so maybe it is too good. The mini is even her looking at a stack of cash, it's true. All right, so we're done with the Tinkerer. So then the Stone Golems go. They've got 2 movement. This one's immobilized, so this one just comes forward. The Flame Demon attacks adjacent stuff, which does nothing. Cave Bear has -2 movement, so 3. He's coming. If your melee Scoundrel is suddenly really focused on always using this attack, it's too good. Yeah, that's a fair point, I suppose. All right, Scoundrel needs to short rest, just so we don't lose our battle goal, which we tried so hard. All right, sure. The range attacks are all low multi-damage target. The theme of her huge single target melee and weak. Yeah, that's a fair point, I guess. It does kind of stand out. It doesn't fit either of her themes, and is just a generically good card. But I mean, all right. Arguably, you could say that it follows up the theme of the top of Swiftbow, right? Giving her some single target ranged options, but it also makes the class more flexible. Like, I don't think the Scoundrel's too strong, and I think having Burning Oil helps a lot in terms of making the class more flexible, which is important, I think. And if someone was dedicated to it, they could even make a ranged build. It wouldn't be great, but it is a theme. All right. Anywho, we can theoretically gain experience by running with Flanking Strike and doing a Flurry of Blades, so why not? Yeah, I'll probably just respond to your message for the Chronomancer. I promised I would do 2 scenarios today, so I'm gonna read your comments in my break while eating, but I do need to eat, so I won't really be able to talk. And throwing a flask of burning oil is incredibly classic for rogues and classic tabletop RPGs. That's fair. All right. Whatever the Tinker does doesn't matter. These 2 cards are fine. Mindthief. We need to do a short rest. Get rid of 1 card. Sure. All right, we can use this as a top loss to gain 2 experience, and we run onto the trap, which ends the scenario. Perfect. All right, let's go. Okay, so first things first is the Scoundrel. We're going to do move 5 with the bottom flanking. Oh, no, we can't move off. All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Not that important, just 1 experience. So we just do nothing. Then it's the Mindthief's turn. So the Mindthief is first going to use the top of Empathetic Assault. We gain 2 experience, create ice. We do this attack. What we flip really doesn't matter. All right, sure. So we did 2 damage to the enemy, so it's at 2 life. That doesn't matter. We end up taking 4 retaliate. It's also very irrelevant. We get on to 7, and then we use the bottom of Corrupting Embrace to move on to here, which immediately ends the scenario, and we win. Okay, that's it. Could we have done +3? Maybe. We were able to be pretty greedy here. I probably should have done +3. I believe immediately. We kind of had a discussion about this before. Occupy both pressure plates simultaneously is the goal. So they're both occupied simultaneously. For stuff like this, do you wait till the end of the round? Anyway, it doesn't really matter whether we wait till the end of the round or not. We're not gaining any more experience or anything like that. We're not picking up any more coins, and there's no possible world in which they can kill all of us. This is disarmed, and exhaustion wouldn't affect any of us anyway. There was some reason we thought that it was different than kill all enemies because of something like some rules interaction. Themris and I actually had this get brought up in a scenario we were doing. But it is a fair question. But anyway, like I said, here it doesn't matter. But that is actually an interesting thing to bring up. I think the reason why we wondered about this before and we thought that it would be immediate was because what if, like, for example, someone got pulled off of one of the pressure plates? Would the scenario end or not? Well, anyway, like I said, the one has to stay alive here. It doesn't matter. I don't need to go through everything because this was disarmed by the loss the Mindthief played, so it's literally impossible for the Mindthief to ever not die here, or to ever die here. The Stone Golems also don't attack, and the Cave Bear also doesn't move. That's actually literally no enemies do anything. I forget why we thought it was immediate. So originally I hadn't played like that, but there was something that came up with Themris. I would have to ask him. All right, anyway, we can end that scenario here. So what do we gain? Well, we should check off number 40 first. Okay. 05. So we gained a global achievement of ancient technology. Not bad. And we unlocked Time-Worn Tomb, which is an F13, which is what we'll be doing next. 41. Excuse me. All right. Get the curses out of our deck. We didn't have any blesses, so there were only one curse left here. Let's draw through that many. I guess there's one curse left per person then. All right. All right. So that's that. Let's get ourselves out of here. Oops. Are there any scenarios which carry over into the Time-Worn Tomb? Stone golems and living corpses. All right. Not bad, not bad. So put the stone golems back. And living corpses are already back. All right. So it's just these things which will get deleted. Yeah, all these things can go. All right. This is a difficult scenario as well, I believe, but we're going to try to go to +3 here. We've been skirting around doing +3 for a little bit too long. Admittedly, like I said, on 32, I think it was the correct decision. On this last scenario, I think maybe we could have gotten away with +3. We would have certainly gotten less money, but I think that's okay. Obviously, getting money should be a challenge. It shouldn't be a given. So this next scenario, we will go up to +3 now. We do have to take our little snack break, but first let's do all the post-scenario stuff. So again, as usual, it's 4 gold per coin and 14 experience. So we gained 16 gold here, brings up to 36. And we gained 21 experience, so it brings us up to 31. Okay, and we gained 2 check marks. Should not gain us anything there. Yeah, we all gained our check marks, right? Yes. Well, welcome back, Nemris. All right, clear this, refresh all these. Everything into one pile. All right, so over here we gain 15, so we gain 29 experience total. Ooh, we gain a level. Ooh, level 8, nice, that's cool. Anyway, so I said 29, right? Okay, and just a single check mark it was. Yeah, it was just 2 check marks for the Dinker. And for money, we gained 20 gold. We'll have to figure out how to spend our stuff in a second. All right. Oh, God. So here we gain 26 experience. Still not quite a level. We gained a check mark. So we're also... Does everyone one away? Yeah, everyone's one away from a perk. All right. And for money, 20, 40, 65, 64, right? 20, 40, 64. Yep. Still don't believe, I could totally playtest now. Unfortunately, I don't have I guess I could easily, no, the problem is I haven't created the sheet yet for the Chronomancer. I'm still going to do one more scenario today, but the biggest issue would be I would only be able to test level 1. I can test level 1 if you want, and if chat is fine with it, but I couldn't test. I don't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Saturday's fine. All right. Anyway, So we still can't. Oh, let's refresh all our items and reset all this stuff. We'll go the rest afterwards. Actually, so we gained a level, so we gained 1 health. Where's our last card there? Sounds good. Yeah, Snare Denine's tough. For sure. Alright, so let's go in order. We'll do far left first. So we would like to buy something. We can't afford a Cloak of Pockets and how many? So we only have 1/-1 in our deck. Yeah, so it's not worth buying Second Skin. So we can buy Cloak of Pockets, but we can't yet afford the Major Ham. We're 1 gold away from... No, we can buy Cloak of Pockets and get an Earring, though. Earring is not bad. We've got 3 refreshable items. Yeah, that's actually probably all right. I'm fine with that. So let's do that, because we're gonna buy a Major Ham anyway, I think. But I actually don't mind getting the Earring first, and we can at least buy that right away while buying our Cloak of Pockets as well. So yeah, let's buy Cloak of Pockets and Earring. We're actually supposed to do our city event first. No, we cannot gain two reputation. To the best of my knowledge, I don't believe it's possible to gain 2 reputation from a single city event. All right, so Cloak of Pockets, and they're -3 each, right? Yes. So we get 6 off. So this means it should cost us 40 or 34. So we have 2 gold left. Not bad. All right. So then next up, the Mindthief also will sell this steam armor. It's definitely not better than an invisibility cloak. So going up to 65 gold. We'll do her leveling up first, and then we'll worry about the buying of items. So where's the steam armor go? 104. All right. Now that you've tested Hamina for a while, is it the correct nerf? Yeah, I've talked about this a fair amount. Yeah, I think it is the correct nerf. I think it's the best case. I think it's a simple solution which works well enough. My biggest concern with it is it has a significantly negative impact on the Tinkerer, who is a class that I don't think deserves the significantly negative impact that it has. The Tinkerer has been the biggest, I would say, thorn in the Hamina Potion design. Otherwise, I'm really happy with it. I think the solution, though, would just be... I mean, all right. So would I still recommend people use the Hamina Potion in general? Do you rest early on Tink? Yes, I do sometimes rest early on Tink. Depends on the scenario. So what I was going to say is... I would still recommend people use the minor Hamina Potion over the Stamina Potion in general, even considering the effect it would have on the Tinkerer. I think it's still worthwhile, and I think it's still an overall significantly positive change for Gloomhaven. Similarly, if I could go a step further, I would recommend obviously making, I mean, we'll discuss the balance of the Tinker soon enough. I think that this is how Stamina Potions should be, and I think the Tinkerer should just be changed slightly in design to accommodate a bit the Stamina Potion change. That being said, I think the best solution for a group that doesn't want to doesn't want to go through rebalancing the Tinker would simply be to let everyone else use Stamina Potions and just let the Tinker use Stamina Potions. I think the Tinker doesn't break Stamina Potions in any way, shape, or form, and I think it'll feel better for the Tinkerer player and better for the group as a whole to allow the Tinker exclusively to use Stamina Potions. But even if you couldn't do that, I would still recommend using Stamina Potions. If a class only works with specific items and the item needs a nerf, the solution is to buff the class and nerf the item. Yeah, I agree. I would agree that buffing the class and nerfing the item is the best way to approach it, but again, since I don't think the class is going to get buffed, I think it's still worth taking this item and accepting the cost of the Tinker. Otherwise, just, again, I mean, it's quite easy if people want to house rule in Hamina Potions or Fifth Guy Potions, or whatever they want to call them, to just let the Tinker exclusively use Stamina Potions, and if you don't want to do that, I think it's still worth it. All right. So Mindthief. Let's do the level up first. So level 8 gives us 2 cards. I don't even know what this other card does. Let's read it. Domination. On one adjacent ally may perform attack 4. This attack gains the effects of your augments. So this can essentially be an attack 6 for an adjacent ally. Yeah. How how are these two things balanced? Like legit. How do these two effects go side by side? This just I mean, I guess the best argument for this would be the music note, right? But still, in general, I mean, I understand that there are a couple interactions with this, which is okay. But my point would be, this is an attack 6 and this is an attack 6. This requires an adjacent melee ally, and you can only attack something which is adjacent to both of you. Then this attacks two things at range 4 and has a significant multiple significant additional upsides. Being able to do something very powerful when you spend dark, creating ice, giving experience, having better initiative. Obviously, much what this is just astounding to me. Like this should easily just. I mean, I think this is not bad. It's very situational. Like it requires a specific party composition to make this work, but I don't think that's a problem. But the number just needs to be higher, or the number on this should be lower. These two cards shouldn't exist side by side the way that both of the tops are. All right, and then the bottom of domination is force one normal elite enemy within range 5 to perform its turn this round as if its allies were enemies and its enemies were allies with you controlling the actions. So this is an upgrade to the bottom of hostile takeover because you control. Which is again, it was a fine loss. Doesn't get used a lot, but it's okay. Level 8 version of it is fine. Problem is the top is I mean the top isn't really situational, it's party dependent more than anything. Most parties in which this would be I mean this sort of effect at least would be good. It wouldn't be too situational, you'd be able to do it most of the time. So I think having this sort of situational bottom is fine. I think the card design here is perfectly fine in my opinion. The biggest issue is really just that it's just not balanced compared to the other level 8 card. So it's just really a small numbers issue between these two cards. So yeah, Shared Nightmare, this top is insane. It's really, 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 really good. Even better with Dark, good to begin with. And the bottom is also fine. It's another move 5, so it can kind of replace Cranium Overload, except not really because you want to be using the top of this every time. So yeah. Anyway, Shared Nightmare is a really easy choice. Domination is not a bad card, but just pales in comparison to a much better card in Shared Nightmare, unfortunately. Okay, so this comes in. We'll worry about what car we put that in for when we start up the scenario. So we could do a little shopping now. We got 65 gold. What do we still need? Well, we can carry one more small item, that's for sure. We kind of wanted a Volatile Bomb, but I guess we're getting closer and closer to retirement, so it's probably not worth even buying that. Can buy a helm for sure. So the question is, should we buy Empowering Talisman or Iron Helmet? It's an interesting question. There's a fair argument to be made for both of them. Empowering Talisman is quite good in general, but it only refreshes one of our consumed items. We don't actually have very good consumed items. Yeah, we just have a bunch of cheap things, so no, Empowering Talisman isn't very good. And there's not like an expensive consumed item we're really going to buy. So yeah, I think that's probably not the way. So I guess we just buy an Iron Helmet. I think that's fine. I mean, because we should just have a helmet. There's no reason not to have a helmet. And if there's nothing else we're going to buy, like, I don't think Eagle Eye Goggles are very good for the Mindthief. Even now we have 2 target. I guess there's there's the Hawk Helm. We don't have much spent stuff is the biggest issue on the Mindthief though. Right now we just have this, so we're not really very likely to rest multiple times. So this is really, I mean, to long rest multiple times. So this is really just providing range once, maybe twice in a scenario. I think that's not worth it. I guess the other question is Pendant of Dark Packs. But yeah, again, we don't really care about our small items. So no, I don't think we want any of these things particularly. Yeah, I think we'll just buy an Iron Helmet and save for enhancements. All right, so Iron Helmet goes here. So this costs us 7 gold. We should just buy one more small item at this point. Just a cheap one. Minor Power Potion. Even for 2 targets, just add 2 damage. Yeah, it's probably fine. I think it's better than Sun Powder. Sun Powder seems gratuitous. It should maybe be a Major Ham, but honestly, by the time I make Major Hams, I'll be able to get... I mean, I'll have another slot anyway. So yeah, let's just buy a minor power. It's quite good with mass hysteria if we ever end up bringing it. Otherwise, worst case scenario, it's still just 2 damage. That's pretty bad though. Maybe we should just save for. Yeah, let's not do that. That's silly. But it feels so bad to be wasting a small item slot. Yeah, I mean, thematically it could be, but then it wouldn't be called Major Ham in a potion anymore. But I guess instead of a picture of just like a slice of ham, it could be the entire pig. As a vegetarian, this is getting very grotesque. Um, yeah, I think I'm just gonna save. So what can we do with enhancement? With 58 golds, this is really just like a 50 gold enhancement. It's probably not getting us very far on anything, right? So these are cards we regularly use. Actually, no, this is fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the next enhancement that I'll do here. So we're Prosperity 4, so we can still get to 4 enhancements. So putting a cheap enhancement on something else is fine. And to be honest, +1 attack on Frigid Apparition I think is perfectly reasonable. I don't really want to put Wound here, even though Wound is good with stun, because our party is getting kind of wound heavy at this point. We've already got Wound from the Scoundrel, 2 Wound cards from the Scoundrel, 1 Wound card from the from the Tinkerer. So I don't think Wound is really very good. We're always going to keep Frigid Apparition. This top is just too good to pass up. It's already just an attack 5 minimum, and now we can just make it an attack 6. I think it's pretty clearly the choice. I don't think any other conditions are really better than just putting a +1 attack here. This is cheap and effective, so yeah. And it's a level 1 card we'll always keep. We don't have any other level 1 cards we'll always keep. I mean, I guess there's Feedback Loop, but putting +1 move here. No, let's just do +1 attack here. That's great. So we go down to 8 gold. We did these exact same 3 enhancements last time. But I think this is a pretty good way to go about it. All right. So this gives us an attack 6 we can use anytime we want, which can also have stun. Okay, and so let's go over to the Scoundrel. So how expensive is, I think jump is 50 gold, right? 47. Nice. Got it. Yeah, jump is 50 gold. Oh, Mindthief perk. Good catch. Um, mm, 2 rolling +1s or rolling stun? Probably rolling stun. We stun a lot when we attack, though, I guess. Yeah, probably 2 rolling +1s is better. Adding more rolling modifiers into my deck is a little bit scary, though. No, I think I'd rather have the fewer number of rolling modifiers as possible, since I have the enhancement. I mean, the strength enhancement. If you don't have the strength enhancement, I think the 2 rolling +1s is probably better. But with the strength enhancement, with the amount of strengthened attacks we make per rest, I think rolling modifiers just add increased risk. And I'd rather so therefore, since theoretically these two things are balanced, I'd rather have the more powerful singular modifier rather than the less powerful 2 modifiers. So yeah, we'll go with the rolling stun. Even though a lot of our attacks stun, a fair number of I mean, more of our attacks don't stun than do stun still, even though we have a lot of attacks that stun. So it's still reasonable, I think, to go with this. All right, so that's the perk. So yeah, we've got to do over here, but I believe we're still a little bit gold short. So we're 1 enhanced level 4 cards, so it's 75 gold, and jump, yes, it's 125 gold. And we are currently at 106, and we're not selling anything. No, so we'll wait another scenario, and then we'll have our enhancement. All right. So this is going to be my break to eat time. I'll just change the title. So we will be doing scenario number 41 next, which will be our last scenario for the night, obviously. But it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes, probably more like 10 minutes while I eat dinner, and I'll do some scenario setup. So I'll be here. I can obviously respond in chat. I'll probably be reading over Themerus's comments a little bit, but I will have my mic and everything muted. So I'll be right back in just a little bit when we're back from eating.